Your Honor, please, it was 10 million ants. You don't understand.
You don't understand? Listen. That's how they were able to get up onto the roof. They went one at a time. We didn't suspect 10 million lines of ants.
You can't suspect 10 million ants. How could you? How could anybody?
This was basically the Secret Security's entire thing. They're like, look, you couldn't even see that head with a full-on AR-15 400 meters away.
I almost did a bit. So we watched very briefly the show, and we'll get into it, when I was here. Like an hour ago. We're watching that show.
You're here. You're still here.
I'm still here.
Now.
When I was here.
Yes.
In body. Now I'm just here in spirit. Try and come up.
I thought you were going to throw that at me. I thought, dude, when he lifted his arm, I thought he was going to punch me.
I straight up thought he was going to punch me. I was going to be like, yeah, I'm
You like Brazil? You like Brazil?
I was going to be like, I'm here in body. No, I'm here in spirit, not in body. Look. See, it went right through me. I'm a ghost. No, I was going to do a bit. We're watching this show, and...
Noko 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 nato kai stanton. Noko 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 kai stanton.
That one. And I'm like, I have to take a huge breath.
You gotta.
In the second part. But we're watching the show, and I was like, is this horny? Because it looked horny.
Yeah.
And Nick was like, no. Despite the antlers. Sing.
Because they're horns.
Yeah, it's early. So
Yeah.
it's going to be bad.
It's 10:30 in the morning.
Bad.
Yeah.
But I was like,
you got your soylent. You're good.
I got my soy boy.
Yeah, you got it.
But cracking open a soy with the boys.
Yeah, you are. That's Mama Harris right there. That's a Mama Lavota right there. Only way he can get out of his bed is his 400 soy shake.
That's me, baby. But I was gonna do a bit because I was like, how is this not horny? This girl looks like every girl I've seen getting piped on TV.
Were you talking about the deer girl? Or are you talking about the blonde?
The blonde one.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then I was gonna be like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if someone just like incriminated themselves hard like that? Like if I was like, you sure this isn't horny? This looks like a fucking anime girl I've seen getting railed by 6 dogs and an octopus.
Yeah, well, that's
every day.
That's how I feel about Overwatch. The first time I ever logged on to Overwatch, I was like, oh my god, it's Mercy, and everyone was like, how do you know who that is? And I was like, I've seen her work. I'm familiar.
Yeah,
I'm familiar with her
work. Why are they
work.
all wearing clothes? Yeah, I don't get it.
It's new to me. What do you mean the attacks don't strip their boobies out?
That's so funny.
What?
That Overwatch is like the most amount of porn.
It's just they made all the characters really hot.
But no more hot than like your average character.
They made. Have you seen Widowmaker? Have you?
Widowmaker's so fine.
The double cheeked up thickums.
She's got a bit of a tush.
She's got a lot of a tush.
You know what?
Okay, of course, if you look at Anna's not hot.
Oh, yeah.
She's fucking 70.
Well, that's
Sigma's not hot.
That's Sigma's hot.
Sigma's bald.
Sigma's a good looking dude.
He's a.
You can be bald and hot. Johnny Sins is bald.
Because Johnny Sins right up your alley, Daniel?
I don't know. He's popular. I hear.
For his huge cock, Danny. For his exponentially large penis.
You don't think Sigma's packing that Sigma schlong?
Oh, he defo is. I'm not saying that he isn't. Live ranking on Overwatch cocks. Reinhardt first.
For sure.
Roadhog second. Hog's literally in the name.
Yeah, Roadhog.
Oh, Hog could be first, honestly. Mauga's got to be up there.
Mauga, you're right.
Mauga's
That's correct.
Gotta be up there.
I was gonna say Torbjorn's probably got that.
Oh, he's probably. You gotta fucking. He's gotta he's gotta build his sentry. He's gotta build that penis
for sure.
He's gotta build supports for that thing.
I was gonna say, I was so infatuated with May. That's her name, right? May?
Yeah.
May's a cutie patootie.
That plays to you exactly.
I know. I knew you'd say that.
And of course, I say Widowmaker.
Yeah.
Because I want like a tall step on your balls.
Yeah, a tall, cheeked up goddess. Yeah. Dude, when they came out with Pajama,
you just want a chubby girl. You just want a chubby girlfriend, like gamer girlfriend.
Yeah,
that's all you've ever wanted.
I just want someone who's gonna feel like a human Marshmallow Pete.
Yeah, listen. If you look like May, hit Danny's line immediately.
Yeah,
don't. Sarah will literally strangle you. You want to know what my cold opening was going to be?
You have to tell me.
They're trying to cancel me because the Gen Z is not into the Nokotan. Wait, I don't know. I was gonna do an Eminem. I'm watching
I thought you
Nokotan.
were reading lines.
No. I was trying to freestyle like Eminem, but about people not liking my dear friend Nokotan, which isn't a thing that I've seen. It's just I feel like I'm going through my own persecution complex because I really like it. I'm like, this is such a bullshit show. I love it.
You were an episode and a half in.
Yes.
I hated it.
It's
I watched
awful.
5 minutes.
Danny,
I
it's
hated it.
terrible. Yeah. That's why it's fun. It's nonsense.
I can't believe that's your cold open, considering all the TikToker drama that's gone on this week.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. That was so long ago. It's in the past.
I love that there's a world.
Do you know how many TikTok squabbles I get into?
What?
I post one TikTok, does 1 million views. After that, it's gone from my brain.
Yeah, that's fair. I also love that there's a world in which you started this podcast by being like, that's an awfully hot coffee pot. Should I talk about Nokotan
being hot?
Take it easy. No, you shouldn't.
I'm sorry. We opened with the Deviant art.
Take it easy.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to be as controversial as Marshall Mathers. Not that that matters, because Gen Z is going to try and cancel me anyway. Because anything that I say, they hate because they're not willing to accept the man that I am. Sam, I am. Green eggs and ham.
Watching somebody freestyle.
I identify as a man. Says my girlfriend, Sam.
Doubled up on Sam.
I did. I'm sorry.
Watching somebody freestyle is like watching somebody force you to hold your breath.
No, watching somebody freestyle is like somebody walking up to you at a party. Like, I have a really funny 7-minute YouTube video you need to watch right now. You're like, oh, hell yeah, dude. This is huge for me.
I love when people are like, yo, can I show you something? You're like, totally. And they pull it up and it says 15 minutes.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm going to need you to not.
I'm going to need you to send me this.
I'm going to need you to have even the smallest amount of social cues. Yeah. Please.
It's so funny.
Never hand somebody a video that's longer than 64 seconds.
Yeah.
I'd say 64 seconds is, because even after like 35 seconds, I'm like,
Never hand somebody anything longer than a Vine.
Yeah.
Like, that's
dude, that Vine was perfect. You're like, hey, watch this 7-second clip. And you're like, you know what? That was perfect.
You know, that's entirely fair, but sometimes you get caught in a trap where people are like, check out this Vine. Okay, now this one?
Yeah.
Now this one?
Yeah.
Now this one?
Check out this 10-minute Vine compilation. You're like, I fucking, we've lost the plot entirely.
All the same man.
Anyways, my dear friend Nokotan.
It was bad. I didn't like it at all.
So goddamn fun.
I watched 5 minutes.
So much fun.
It's everything. If I asked my dad to come up with like
an anime,
yeah, that's it. That's the one.
There's a like the moment where Nokotan is introduced to like her class, her homeroom class, and it's just like a minute and a half long slow motion segment as she barrels through a door and glass is just going into her classmates' eyes. It's fun. The entire it's like they do a bunch of like fourth wall breaks. It's like it's so brain rotted. They're always running a bit.
Yeah.
I also have this opinion about another anime we're currently watching, but this is literally like it's brain rot and references. Like it's like they'll do like JoJo faces. They'll do like a reference to another anime. They'll be like, oh, we need Detective Coat. Never mind, we need Hajime. Like they keep doing all these references. It's like if Rick and Morty was made an anime, it'd kind of be this.
I guess we'll have confirmation of that soon.
But like Rick and Morty's anime is just gonna be like Rick and Morty animated, but like this gives me the same vibes where everyone's like, oh, it's more complicated than you think. And like it's about a deer girl who in the beginning of the show is like supposed to look like she's hanging herself, but it's only because she got caught in her horns got caught in the electrical wires.
Jesus Christ.
It's great. It's great. I'm gonna watch every single episode.
Nice.
Also, the opener is a banger and you know it.
The opener is a banger. I like the little dance they do.
Yeah.
Where they do little antler horns.
Yeah.
But they hold one down for some reason.
It's like
it's the shocker.
2 in the pink, 2 in the stink, 1 in the pink. That's what I say. Flip it and reverse it.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yep.
Good luck flipping.
Yep, that's this is intuitive as hell, baby.
I've broken my arm.
This is intuitive as hell.
I don't know what. I had like a horrible intrusive thought just now of like doing the shocker on someone, and the girl just does like an alligator death roll.
That'd be a proportional response, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what you get for doing the shocker, motherfucker.
It's entirely fair. Yeah, it was really just fucking slow. Just the slowest thing I've ever seen. But also,
what do you mean?
The last 5 minutes.
You only watched the last 5 minutes of episode 1.
Where she's like, I'm gonna do Deer Club, and the other girl is like, come to Deer Club, and that's 5 minutes.
It's so funny because here I'm being like, oh, it's brain rotted. They're running bits constantly, and you're like, not fast enough for me
at all, dude. I showed my friend, my ex roommate Demon Slayer once. and Tanjiro pulled one of his like tiny eye faces, and like I forget like what the scene was, what the context was, but it was Mugen Train, and Tanjiro did like a little tiny face,
His little like black bead eyes.
yeah, and he was like, what? And my roommate was like, what is that? What does that mean? Why did he do that? And I was like, and it's one of these things where like we're so used to anime and them doing these faces that I'm like, it means, you know, he's like awkward. He doesn't know what to say. Blah, blah. They were pulling faces in this where I was like, what does this mean? What is she feeling right now? They were like saying something about Deer Club. They're like, you're gonna be president. And she makes this face that I just couldn't
even begin to decipher.
Yep. Yeah. I was like, I don't know how you feel about this right now.
They were
I
just
don't
putting
know
you
what
on the
this is.
spectrum. You're like, I don't understand facial expressions at all right now.
She's just like, what?
Yeah.
It's like,
it's great.
it'd be like if you were like, Danny, I just got a call from the hospital. Sarah lost her leg. And I'm like,
you just like,
yeah.
it's like, what does that mean?
It's
What's
like
that?
a fish mouth.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. It's like, is that blue steel? Are you looking at the camera? There's no camera.
Yeah.
What are we looking for? Yeah, you just do you just pan the camera? What are you, Jim Halpert?
I just go, shmoo
Are we making something happen here? Oh, it's great. I'm going to watch every single episode. I love it so much. I've realized that this season is better than I originally anticipated. I gave a couple more shows some chances.
Okay.
I decided to get a little deeper into my bag. I went back into the past seasonal anime and all that. But if you want to, talk about what happened on TikTok? You want to talk about how I flew to your defense, and then you got on live with him, and you were like, "Oh, I'm just a little shop boy." Oh, and then you deleted all the videos.
Yeah.
You left me high and dry, Dan.
You came at him so hard personally.
Yeah, I did. Fuck him.
So
I'll say his name. Fuck King Lion.
Oh, we'll say the name.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Robert Downey Jr. thing happened.
Yes.
Where Robert Downey Jr. was announced to be playing Doctor Doom. I'd say 80% of the internet thinks that that's stupid as hell. But and the other 20% is like, who gives a shit about Marvel
It's
anymore?
so funny because, that's exactly where I'm at. It's just so funny because I know for a fact that there was some Disney executive being like, remember the good days?
Yeah.
Remember when the white men were in charge of Disney? Oh, dude, they were so excited to get rid of Jonathan Majors and just be like, bring in the golden boy.
Dude, it's such a desperate... That's why it's so, like, it rubs people the wrong way, because it's such a desperate cry
so
for
funny.
help.
Yeah.
Like... And everyone's like, no, it's not desperate. This is the plan. You want to know how you know it's not the plan? The fact that they're announcing it 2 years before this movie even gets a trailer.
Because what was the last Marvel movie that came out? The Marvels or some shit. And we haven't had a good Marvel movie in like 4 years. They're like, listen, we're still around.
Yeah, we haven't had somebody be excited about something we made in like a decade.
Yeah.
But so anyway, a lot of people were being like, it happened in the comics, so like fucking shut up. That's why they're doing it. That's not why they're doing it. No. They're doing it because Marvel is hemorrhaging money.
They're doing it because Disney has lost money on every movie they've made in the last 4 years.
Yeah, that's exactly why they're doing it. The comics have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
And so I made a video about that where like it just talking about how the comics are irrelevant to the situation.
Yeah.
And the reason people are concerned is because like if Robert Downey Jr. is Doom and it's like a dumb, quirky, like terrible interpretation, Doctor Doom fans will never get an interpretation of Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Probably ever again.
They're not going to try again in 2 years. Be like, oh, that was silly.
Yeah, they'll simply never try again. And King Lion made a 6-minute long reaction to that 1 minute long video where he's just like flying off the handle at me
about fuck knows what,
about not the same topic.
Yeah,
he's fucking like, let me prove to you that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and then spend 6 minutes proving that I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
There's a moment in the video where he goes, Miles Morales became Spider-Man in his universe because Peter Parker died. And what happened in the movie? Miles Morales watches a Peter Parker die. Huh? Yeah, like, the fuck are we talking about?
Like, not the same thing.
And he's like, oh, the comics and the movies are connected. And Danny's like, yeah, I never fucking said they weren't.
Yeah, he spends like 6 minutes being like, Batman, based on a comic. Watchmen, based on a comic, bozo. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
Just know.
Yeah.
And so that was crazy. And so I made a response being like, we're just simply not talking about the same thing. I was like so baffled. I wouldn't have made a response if my jaw wasn't just dropped trying to comprehend
how truly nonsensical and schizophrenic it was. Yes.
That was like my impression. I was like, this seems like a schizophrenic outburst.
Yes.
Like with how off the point it is.
Yeah.
And so I made a response being like, just watch my video and you'll see that we're not talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
And then he made another video that was like, again, not at all what we were talking about.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to where you come in.
Yeah.
But so all day,
I just hate this kid. Like
Nick
he's
just coincidentally
he's
hates
just
him.
one of the worst people online. And I had several of our friends who are mutuals of him reach out and be like, "Thank God someone's saying something."
Oh, yeah.
I fucking hate him.
I got so many texts from content creators.
Yeah.
Half of them being like, yo, like, thank you for going after this guy.
Yeah.
And then the other half being like, are you okay? Like, I know going up against King Lion can be really emotionally taxing. And I was like, I'm talking about movies.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just talking about a movie to a guy.
Well, it's because
like,
he'll take any narrative he can whatsoever, augment it to like beyond a perceptible point. He called me a pedophile. He called me
I know,
a
he did
fucking
do that. That was
pedophile, Danny.
crazy.
He takes any like and just like boils it down. He's Trump. Like he's literally Trump. Like he's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna use nonsensical information, spin it in a direction nobody but me would understand, use no evidence whatsoever to back it up, and then say something incredibly salacious.
Yeah.
He's a bad person.
So then he's doing a live.
Yeah.
And I was just being cheeky and I pop in and I was like, have you watched my video yet? Which was intentionally cheeky.
Yeah.
And then he was like, Danny, come on in the live, this and that. And then like, I kept watching it just out of like morbid entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I'm going to pop in the live because I just want to his face where he can't run, be like, we're not talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
And so I pop in the live and we like don't really talk about the same thing for a bit.
Yeah.
And we don't reach any understanding or any agreement, but like the whole time we're just talking about comic book stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not like there's nothing to get mad at. Like I'm not getting mad at anything.
Yeah.
And I have like a real hard time like hating somebody I'm immediately speaking to. And so we're talking about it and stuff and we're not reaching an understanding. And then eventually finally he's like, you know what? I want to do something that I've never done before. And I genuinely do think it's because all of his comments said that he missed the point.
Fucking ethered in his comments, dude.
I think it was because he was getting ratioed
Yeah.
into oblivion. But he was like, look, I'll take down my videos. Would you take down your videos? And I was like, yeah, because without your videos, I have no reason to have my videos.
Mm-hmm.
And also, what a fucking asshole I'd be to be like, nah, bitch, this stays in history.
Oh, I would have fucking let it hang in the rafters,
Because
dude.
you guys have personal beef now. But it just like ended where I was just like, we're just like talking about comic books and I don't care. And if like, he seems fine in that setting. You hate him.
I despise him.
Yeah, you hate him more
He's
than
a
anything.
bad person. Like he's like actually like if there's one person who shouldn't be on the internet, it's him.
Yeah.
Like he's like a human trash bag.
He definitely like does what you're saying. We're like, my immediate thought was like, this dude feels like every Republican caricature.
Yeah.
Where you will spend 10 minutes making a point and you'll slip up in 10 seconds and say like, some metaphor or something that's like kind of off point. And he'll grab that and explode it into a different argument.
Yeah.
And in that, he's kind of genius. Like there are multiple points where I'm like, I start slipping into like a different argument and I'm like, wait a second, this isn't even what we're talking about. He tricked me. I'm being tricked.
Yeah, he's just like, there was a couple of months ago, the Kai Cenat, like, riots happened.
Oh, yeah.
And there was, like, a woman on a, like, pole, like, shaking her ass, basically. And he was like, man, women nowadays, like, they have no respect for themselves. Like, this is unacceptable. She can't be out there dressed like this. Like, she can't be doing that. And I was like, hey, man, there's a riot happening. People are throwing bricks through buildings. There's trample risks. Why are we singularly focused on a woman who's scantily clad? And then he, like, goes on this, like, I'm Christ the Savior. He's like, there was children in that crowd. She was letting children touch her ass. Not what his original video was about at all. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, you're being weirdly misogynistic. And he was like, wow, Nick wants to allow children to touch women's ass. And I was like, you're an idiot. He's an idiot. Like, he's the dumbest human being on earth. I would love to personally fight him. Like, I would kick his teeth down his throat if I could. Yeah, no, I dislike him because, like, and
that's
and
fair.
this is,
being called a pedophile definitely will grease your goose.
oh,
you know?
no, like, and it's like, I've had to come to the realization because, like, people are like, in my comments, like, his people are in my comments being like, Dr. Nick respect, which objectively,
that's clever.
Pretty good.
That's pretty hot.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm not even gonna hate. That's pretty good. But I was just like, I've come to the realization with, like, and I've gotten in squabbles with him and people like him on the internet where I'm like, if you were like, oh, if you're gonna bite that because he was being weirdly misogynistic and I called him out for it, that I'm a pedophile, you were never gonna be on my side anyways. Yeah. So I'm just like, fucking.
That was the most fascinating part about doing the live. Yeah. Is I'd get in there and we're just in like the preliminary round where we're just like chatting. He's just like, hey, like, you know, he starts where he's like, you know, what's your favorite superhero? Do you read comics? Like, not in a hostile way. Like, we're just kind of like, he's introducing me to his chat. Yeah. And I'm like, Invincible is my favorite superhero, this and that. But I just want to talk about, like, you know, our videos and stuff. And I see in his chat, like, they're like, yo, Dane's getting cooked right now. Like, King Lion's roasting this dude. Yeah. And I was like, oh, wow, this is like, dude, he's cornered. That's what this is like.
He's cornered the market on the worst people in nerddom.
Well, I was like, if he right now says I'm a serial killer, my career is done. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, these people are just believing whatever he's saying. Yeah. And it's just nonsense.
He's just cornered the market on like Marvel and anime incels. Yeah. And they love him.
It's really interesting.
Yeah. But like anybody with like a rational human brain like looks at him and is like, oh, this is a garbage human being. Yeah. So you can dance around it. You can be the soft boy all you want. I fully despise that.
It's good marketing for me.
I guess. I've never gave the illusion that I'm the soft boy.
Yeah, we just have different marketing strategies. Because if I go into a fight and I'm like, I'm Danny Motta, and here are my points, and I'm going to be respectful, I come out with so many comments being like, you know what? This is how a debate's done. He's respectful, he does this and that. Always wins me. When Totally Not Mark, like, quote unquote, came at me and was like, fake Dragon Ball fan. And I was like, Totally Not Mark hates my content, and that's hype because I love his. Yeah. Huge win. Yeah. That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Yeah, I'm like,
well, that's the thing.
I'm like, meet me in the octagon. I'll break your spine.
But that's your audience, and they love that. Like, your audience wants to, like, take up arms and rally against someone. And I think they're just different strategies. It's not like mine's better. Mine just, when I'm face to face with someone, I find it so hard to, like, dislike them. Yeah. Like, just because I'm like a soft little scared boy, I'm just like, oh, this person's being nice to me currently. I forget everything they've ever said about me. Yeah. You know? I'm
not that way at all. I hold a grudge very hard. I mean, I actually don't. I actually was like, I'm beyond this. Like, I'm like substantially beyond this. This, just talking about it has got me refired up. But
it's fun. It's fun.
When we're done with this podcast, I'll absolutely be over it. But yeah, so eventful week for us.
It was fun.
I can't believe you fucking bowed out. I can't believe I tapped in. I came in from the rafters to protect you. Everyone was like, wow, Nick's protecting his husband. And then you deleted everything.
To be fair, the second he posted the second video, it became so boring. Because the second video was also nonsense. Yeah. I was like, well, this isn't fun anymore. It's just not even, it's not even like talking about what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's literally like yelling at a wall and then you press a button and the wall calls you a dipshit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's like the wall doesn't understand what the fuck you were talking about to begin with, and has a persecution complex.
No,
yeah,
exactly.
He's a bad person. Anyways, we got a lot to talk about this week.
Do we?
Oh, yeah. We have a ton to talk about.
I don't.
What do you mean?
I have Totoro.
Okay, we have Totoro,
I have my hero. I'm caught up with
Elusive Samurai.
Elusive Samurai.
And then, so the things that I stumbled upon this week.
Yeah.
I caught up with Wistoria.
Yeah. You don't like that one?
No, it's actually...
Oh boy,
it's pretty good.
Wow,
it's pretty good. Yesterday I had just a rot day where I was like, I spent all Sunday. Dorothy was like sleeping on the couch, and I was like, I'm just gonna crush anime today, and I fucking crushed anime. I forgot Oshinoko's second season is coming out. It's so goddamn good.
Really? Is he fucking killing this dude yet?
Danny.
Is he doing anything? Is he like just so slow? It was
Dude,
so slow.
Danny, it's not slow. How dare you? Danny, you're literally in entertainment. I don't understand how you don't love Oshinoko.
Yeah, TV is escapism for me. I don't want to crank out a YouTube video, fucking call an agent, try and make a movie, and then go on High Dive and be like, time to relive that.
Why?
Why?
We understand it. They're saying things that only we understand, Danny.
I just want to see him kill this guy
It's
or
also
whatever
like,
he's
there's
gonna
like
do.
It's like cute little romance plot lines that pop up. There's like they talk about PTSD. They do such a good job exploring the emotional spectrum while also doing a really good job of understanding what the entertainment industry looks like. Oh, Danny, it's so goddamn good.
Yeah.
And it's like really disappointing that it's so goddamn good because they're like apparently they're doing weird incest shit in the manga. And
apparently, how is that shocking to you?
I know, Danny. I know how the story began.
The only reason Oshinoko was so big briefly is because of that first episode being so weird.
It's not. It's still big, Danny.
I don't know
it's
if it is.
It's the number one anime of the season.
Wow. This season, though. Look at this season.
It's a low bar. I understand it's a low bar, all right? But it's still...
What's its competition? Suicide Squad Isekai?
No. My anime... I said my anime.
No, sorry, you're right. Slime Boy.
No.
Slime Boy and Shark Girl is its competition.
No, it's fucking 100 Fairy Quest.
Oh, wow. What a competition.
Yeah, which is actually everyone was like, oh, there's so many of us fairy tale fans. Then why is Fairy Tale's 100-year quest below Shikanoko Noko Koi's 10? It's below my dear friend Nokotan. All right, in terms of watchers this season.
Wow.
It's actually just barely edging out by 1,000 viewers. Isekai, Suicide Squad.
You're just barely edging out right now.
Yeah, I am, baby. Yeah, I am. But yeah, no. So I'm actually now that I'm getting into a couple of the anime that are going on this season. Yeah. Wow, Elusive Samurai is not popular. I think that while this the season is way off the beaten path of what's normal, it's kind of fun.
Yeah,
it's kind of fun. Can I talk about Oshinoko?
Sure.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Danny.
Whoa.
This show being on High Dive, awful. Yeah, terrible. I literally, the reason I forgot, and I do this with every show, it's not on Crunchyroll. The reason I forgot it didn't exist, the reason I forgot it existed is because I was like, oh, High Dive?
Yeah.
Which also, not on my goddamn TV. LG, figure it the fuck out. Because Japanese televisions don't put Crunchyroll or High Dive on because all of their anime's on Netflix and TV.
Right.
So I have to use my Xbox. Anyways, they're doing like
does suck, though.
They're doing like an entire plot line about 2.5D, stage shows, like a play.
Okay.
So like in Japan, they have like these rotating. I'd never heard about it until this season. In Japan, they have these like rotating like stages, basically, or like the crowd rotates, and it's 360-degree screens, and then they're like the screens can open, and there's a stage, so it's like live actors, screens, and then a rotating crowd.
Whoa, this sounds like a fucking seizure.
Look up a 2.5D like stage.
I thought when you were saying 2.5. I thought you were like, they're doing a whole plot line on 2.5 Men.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen comes in.
Charlie Sheen's there. He's drinking tiger blood.
2.5D.
Yeah. Like play. They're crazy. Assuming they exist.
There's a Naruto one.
Yes, there is a Naruto one.
Whoa.
Dude, they're nuts.
This is so weird.
So they're doing like the entire season revolves around them doing like a manga adaptation. Like they're doing a manga adaptation 2.5D screenplay. And it's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of them are just there's a Naruto one, a Sailor Moon one, a King of Tennis one.
Yep.
This one's still Naruto. Who is this though?
Who is what?
It's like Pain, maybe. They get all the way to the Pain arc.
I mean, yeah, they massively condense the story down to try and get as much done as possible. Like
There's a My Hero and what's the kick one? Oh no,
The kick-
Haikyuu. I was gonna call it Blue Lock.
Oh, gotcha.
The kick one, you
The
know?
of course, the kick one.
Yeah.
Yeah, soccer heads out there will love that.
Weird. Yeah, there's a My Hero one. This is so strange.
Is that sick? Aren't they cool though?
I guess.
Like it's like
This seems like an unnecessary extra step.
what do you mean?
What do you mean?
How many people are
Either
going
be
out?
a play or be a movie.
You got to be both nowadays, Danny, to be
Yeah.
entertaining. To be entertaining, Danny.
I guess so.
Nobody wants to go to see a play.
I guess so.
What's the last play you went to, Danny?
Cirque du Soleil?
It's not even.
That counts.
It's got a big screen.
No.
It's got screen.
No.
Oh, it's got screen.
No, it doesn't.
It's got screen.
No.
Oh,
It's
might
all
not-
sets.
Oh, might not have screen.
Oh, it doesn't have a screen. It has pool. Got a big old pool.
It does have pool. How many play have pool though?
Not much.
Not much.
Not much play have pool.
Not much play have pool.
No.
So play have pool, not screen.
I'd watch more plays if they were wetter.
Dude, you just get look. I always say there's nothing. It's not illegal to be sopping wet.
Yeah.
And just like see a bunch of people try to do like Shakespeare soaking wet would be really funny.
Yeah.
It'd be really because you can see they're cold. They're chattering through their teeth. Romeo just slipped trying to talk to Juliet. That'd be great.
I'd love just like a weird...
Romeo and Juliet wet.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Oath.
Ham wet.
Ham wet is pretty good. Ham wet's pretty good. It kind of just sounds like a really gross Thanksgiving option.
Really gross. Sounds like rum ham.
Fellow drenched midnight summer.
One of them's called Drenched Othello.
Yeah, drenched Othello. Midnight sopping. Midnight sopping
What?
Midnight sopping wet.
Midnight Sopping Drizzle.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Mick Wet. No.
McWet just also sounds like a bad McDonald's option. That just sounds.
Get the Mick Wet.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, it's just the wettest it's just the wettest single burger you've ever had in
Here's
your
the
life.
Mick Wet.
You do it so much louder. I think you have more cheek than I do. I think you have more cheek than I do. Because my cheeks don't go out far. You got big old cheeks.
You got more creek.
you got look how far you can pull it. I can't pull mine that far. There we go. It just means you're gonna need Botox before me.
No.
Yeah. So I'm locked in. It's because I've been mewing.
I know. I want this going.
What? The underside of your chin?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of it.
Okay, then shave your beard. Better. I don't know how to help you. Actually, I genuinely don't. But yeah, so the entire season is about 2.5D play.
I forgot what we were talking
There's a
about.
bunch of romance plot lines going on. It's so good. The animation is gorgeous. It's good.
Yeah.
They also do a really good job explaining PTSD.
Nice.
And I appreciate that from them.
Who has PTSD in it?
Aqua.
How? From what?
Oh, I don't know. Watching his mother get stabbed to death.
Oh, that's right.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
That was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do a really good job explaining it. He's like, I'll never forget like the feeling of like her warm blood on my face or like the cold, like her hands gradually getting colder. And like as I was like listening to it, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, that would fuck me up.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if it was like his situation where it's a idol that you love and then you were born into the world as her child. And then you're like, damn, life is good. And then you watched her get stabbed to death.
Yeah. I feel like watching anybody die right next to you has a high chance of giving you PTSD.
Yeah, I know.
If I was just on the subway and somebody was just shot in the face,
Yeah.
I think I'd be upset.
It depends.
I'd probably get over it.
Is
but-
there the Halo thing where when you get a headshot, it goes, yay, and confetti comes out?
No, he doesn't have that skull on.
Oh, he doesn't have a skull on. God damn, he should have known. He should have known. All right, and then we've already talked about my dear friend Nokotan. So the only thing that I need to catch up on, I'm going to do a quick Frieren minute.
Okay.
I've been insufferable about it on TikTok. I haven't stopped talking about it. I just finished 28 episodes.
Whoa.
They put 28 episodes out.
Whoa.
I got to episode 24, and I was like, there's no way they're going to wrap. They don't have the time. They're
Yeah.
going to wrap all this up. I'm like 25. I'm like, okay, sometimes they go to 25.
Just kept going.
There's still the next button on 25. 26?
Yeah.
Surely this is the end. There's still too much story to be told.
Yeah.
27. I'm like, at that point, do you know the hubris of a man clicking on one of his favorite anime of all time on episode 27, and there's still a next button? Do you know the hubris, Danny? I was like, the show's still running. I was like, they're doing One Piece. They're just doing weekly releases at this point. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's forever. I have Frieren forever.
Did it end though?
Click on 28. No more next button.
Tough.
28 episodes.
Maybe next week though.
Danny?
Yeah.
It's not even a top 5 anime of all time. It's top 3.
Yeah, it's just your favorite anime now.
If I didn't look at Hunter x Hunter and Naruto through Jesus Christ. If I didn't look at Naruto and Hunter x Hunter through rose-colored glasses, I'd probably say it's the greatest anime ever made.
That's crazy.
It's perfect. It's objectively perfect.
That's crazy.
Like I can't look at the story and be like, X is wrong with it. And like the only reason that I'm not saying, so like my current top 3 now would go Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, Frieren, and then like Assassination Classroom, and then maybe Angel Beats. Yeah, I know, Danny.
What a nosedive of a list.
Assassination Classroom is incredible. How fucking dare you?
You're insane.
How fucking dare you?
At 4?
It's good.
Top 4?
Angel Beats is 5. You got beef with that as well?
Kinda.
You're a fucking bastard, man. You're a bastard.
Not
man.
as much as Assassination Classroom. I kind of get it with Angel Beats.
What's up there for you?
Death Note?
Demons. Oh, wow. Congratulations. There's a girl with black hair and black nails who just swooned for you a little bit more, Danny. I'm not trying to make my picks fuckable, Danny.
You're just trying to
I'm being raw.
You're just trying to be different.
Different? Oh, yeah.
Assassination Classroom
His favorite goddamn-
over fucking Death Note, One Piece, Demon Slayer.
Oh, because One Piece's anime. One Piece's anime is fucking. How deep are you into what? You're in Skypia.
I'm in Skypia, and I know it's already better than Assassination Classroom.
How fucking dare you? How dare you?
You're crazy. Name 3 characters in Assassination Classroom. Name 5.
Natsu.
Yeah.
Gray.
Already wrong.
Lucy.
Okay.
And then there is who's the one who does the transformations?
Are you not even gonna be able to do 5 in the fucking bit you started?
Fuck. Rias. Nope. Rias and Esdeath.
What's the girl one? The red hair.
The red hair.
Yeah.
It's not Rias. I want to say Rias. It's not Rias.
Stop saying Rias.
I'm gonna keep saying
it's
Rias.
Regis Philbin.
Regis Philbin. He's really excited to start the morning off with you. Fuck.
The podcast doesn't continue until one of us gets
People are gonna hate this, Danny. She's like,
I know Ezra.
One of Urza Scarlet.
Ezra Miller.
Hydronatsus. He's taking them. And then that's 4. That's actually the only 4 you need from Fairy Tail.
Is that because you can't name 5 from Assassination Classroom?
There's Natsu. Fuck, what's his name?
One.
I'm trying to say it's been a long time since I've seen it, all right?
Natsu.
What's the fucking dude? This is bad. I
agree. For Mr.
Koro Sensei.
Okay.
What's the himbo? The boy who's a girl. The girl boy.
Himbo.
The girl boy. The boy girl.
Stop. You're taking a whole
the
King Lion's in the chat.
Yeah,
right
yeah, he's typing. Fucking
what's the redhead kid's name? It's an English, well, not English word. It's an Indian word.
It's an Indian word.
Yeah.
Scar. Karma.
Yeah.
Karma.
There's 2.
Koro Sensei, Karma.
Still don't have the protagonist.
I cannot remember
the himbo protagonist.
I cannot remember. I don't know why himbo came to my brain. I cannot remember what the fucking.
I have no evidence that we're even talking about the same show. Honestly.
We are. I just don't remember names, Danny. Do you know how much Naruto information I have to keep up here 24/7? I just listen, I didn't even remember Assassination Classroom was 48 episodes. I just enjoyed it so much. I was like, wow, great time. I don't commit these things to memory.
What's the himbo?
Natsu. Natsu Dragneel.
So
it's Natsu Dragneel. I know.
Dragneel?
Yeah, that's his last name. Yeah, it's Natsu Dragneel.
Dragneel? Balls across your
dragging these good me undie balls. You guys will learn about that next week. What's his name? Help me.
No.
Help me. Help me.
How do I want to give you a hint. I don't want to give it to you.
Nah.
Yes? No?
Help me.
I did. Go out. Do something.
Do something. Jimmy.
Nah.
Nah.
Start Stop saying
Naruto. Naruto. Nah.
Keep throwing out consonants.
You're watching.
Help. Stop. Just throw out consonants.
Nah.
Go down the alphabet. You'll get there quick.
Naba. Naka. Nada.
Just do one more, you idiot. Go.
Nag. Nagisa.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it. Oh, I've been freed.
Waiting for blood to come out of your nose.
I can feel like I actually did get I have a headache in the back of my skull right now.
Holy shit.
I am sweating. I am sweating right now.
What a new development for this podcast.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off, soy. You Lent. You consider giving up soy for Lent?
That was the worst time for me to take a sip of my soy
You fucking
after insulting a man. Yeah, sweat much?
Let me get my liquid meal replacement because my jaw's not strong enough for meat.
Just take a quick shot of estrogen.
Oh Christ, I am wet. I'm gonna turn
the estrogen.
I am that's a Mamala voter right there, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the midst of a brat summer. I'm turning the AC down. I'm so hot. I like Assassination Classroom. Leave me alone. You fucking asshole. What were we talking about? Frieren. It's art. Watch it, please.
I'm going to.
Watch it. Like the animation is gorgeous.
I'm so mad that I'm watching
Owl City.
Toilet Butt.
Oh, you chose Toilet Bound
Sucker.
Hana Cocoon? Why? It's only got one season.
You both were 100% correct and 40% correct.
Well, first off, I got like halfway through Hana Cocoon. Hana-kun?
Hanukkah-kun?
Is it Hanukkah-kun? Wow, he's a Jew.
I'm on.
Mazel tov.
What?
Hanukkah.
Kun.
Yeah.
You're on.
Thank you, baby. Brain's burrowing right
good.
now. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'm on like episode 4. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fun. I mean, the videos I make are going to be funny.
You don't have to finish everything you start.
Fucking tell my comment section
They're like bring back Toilet Bound Hanukkah-kun?
People are fucking like, where's banana fish, bitch? Where's banana, bitch, fish? I get comments like that all the time. I'm like, guys,
how deep?
No one was watching it. It's really hard to react to.
How deep in the all right, here's the thing. Here's an elite level strategy. How deep in your comments do you get on YouTube?
Like, they're just everywhere. They're genuinely everywhere. I don't have to dig for
Do you have them sorted by likes?
Yeah.
Don't go past 5.
Yeah.
Don't go past 5. Yeah. Beyond 5, bad news.
I get it all the time. I get DMs.
Because here's the thing. We both garner enough positivity on the internet that we can get 5 top good comments. Below 5, bullets. Bullets being fired.
Cody, every time, we'll get texts from your editor, Cody, being like...
My least favorite part about him. My least favorite part about him is what you're about to explain. It's like, Nick's comments are a war field. And I'm like, hey, man, I think they're pretty good. He's like, Nick, never read your comments. And I'm like, oh, fucking everyone hates me. Don't tell me this shit.
Like, Nick's comments are a war phone. Hello.
Yeah. Bad. Everything's bad.
Yeah, Cody will be like, it's so refreshing reading the anime IRL or Danny's comment section because Nick's comments are horrible.
Shit pissing me off. Don't tell me.
It's mean.
Don't tell me. Like, no, you don't fucking say that shit. I specifically, I'm upset with Cody. He just lost me thousands of dollars yesterday.
What happened?
He fucking bungled some shit. I'm not gonna get into it on the podcast. I'm not gonna air our business. But this is a good moment for me to vent about my editor.
Yeah.
But yes, so comments are bad. Ignore them. Go to Frieren. It's got 28 episodes, Danny.
That's a lot.
Danny, that's going to keep you covered for like 6 months.
I know. I really wish I could I guess I could. I haven't posted the Toilet Bound videos. They're just like sitting in my vault.
Then you haven't started.
Well, exactly. So maybe I'll switch gears. The scariest part about switching gears, though, to something like Frieren that's like unproven is I get episode 1 out. It gets like 11,000 views in its entire lifestyle.
Unproven?
I don't know, Frieren.
You think, Toilet Bound Hanako-kun is better and bigger than Frieren?
I'm such a poll slut, Nick. I put out like a poll a day. And let me tell you,
what was the name of the coffee shop?
What? Chill. Stop doing this. You do this like once a month.
I know I do. We're 40 minutes in, baby.
Nick is just constantly almost beefing with our content creator friends.
Good stuff.
But what's it called? I put out polls and I was like, Frieren or Toilet Bound, and they were like Toilet Bound. And the good thing is Frieren will never go away. Toilet Bound will always be there. They're both not currently relevant, so I can do it whenever.
People chose Toilet Bound Hanako-kun over Frieren?
Yeah, overwhelmingly. People fucking love it. I think it's the art style. It just looks like moving stickers.
It does. It's very cutesy.
Yeah,
it does look like moving stickers.
It's
You're
moving
right.
stickers.
What is it even about?
Well,
It's about I know it's about there's a ghost in Japan. It's like a folklore ghost about Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, but that's all I know.
well,
Yeah.
it's about the worst school in Japan, which is saying a lot, considering
Genuinely not, though.
considering all the shit we watch. It's the worst school in Japan because it's got
Worse than fucking Windbreaker School, where they just like class Bs to fight.
Windbreaker School's maybe the worst school. We should tier list schools.
Oh, tier list anime schools?
Yeah, that's
like would we
really
want to
good.
go to, or like chances of a good education? Like chances you go to college after going to the school.
Maybe ones we want to go to.
Okay.
Because then we have
schools,
Windbreaker at the
fucking-
bottom.
No way.
What are you
Oh,
talking about?
second period is right hooks? You kidding me? I don't have to learn anything. All I have to do is show up and beef with somebody. That sounds great.
Hey, I'm Mr. Jasinki. Welcome to Smacks 101.
Yeah, all right. That's everything I had to teach you. All right, everybody get in line. I'm gonna let you feel the smacks, and then you're gonna your homework's gonna go home, smack somebody in your family until they cry.
Yeah, welcome to Intro to Hitting a Kid.
Yeah. Remember, you're always punching down at a kid, right? You're punching down. So whenever you practice, punch towards your waist.
I hope to see you next semester at Advanced Hitting a Kid.
And hitting a kid 201.
But anyway, it's the worst school in Japan because it's got 7 wonders. And also lots of ghosts.
Okay.
The 7 wonders are also ghosts.
So just ghosts.
Just tons of ghosts.
You could have just said ghosts, yeah.
It's got, but the 7 wonders are like the super ghosts.
Gotcha.
And then on top of that, there are also a lot of fucking ghosts.
It doesn't sound like a bad school.
It sucks.
Why are they are they mean ghosts?
Every episode, yeah.
Oh.
They are, actually. Okay. Toilet Bound Hanako-kun is this boy. He's voiced by Deku. It's very jarring.
Oh, that's weird.
But he's this boy who's bound to this like stall in the girls' bathroom. And at first you're like, that's not gonna be great.
No.
And then it's good, and then it starts teetering on not great.
Okay, gotcha. And he's like, and it's the age-old question: if your toilet was sentient, would you want it to hate it or love it? You know, he's like, "Come here." You're like, "All right, I'm gonna avoid that stall."
But so he's this little boy, and you go to him, and you're like, I have a wish. And he's like, I wish you didn't. And
What? You have to go to a stall in the girls' bathroom to get a wish?
yeah, you gotta
Okay.
go to this stall, and you gotta be like, I have a wish. And he's like, okay. And then you're like, here's my wish.
And he says, "Bing bong, you're gay."
You're gay. And you're like, I want this boy to love me. Make that magically happen. And he'll be like, all right, I have the perfect thing I'm going to do for you. Ready? Here's a How to Get a Boy to Like You book. And you're like, what the hell? I thought you were going to make him magically
I can't
like
read.
me. I can't read. And he's like, this is the best book. Everybody loves my books.
And you're like, "This is the worst school. They didn't teach me how to read."
And the bit is that he's like, listen, if I magically grant your wish, I have to take something in return because I'm a cheeky little bitch.
Gotcha.
You don't want that. It's not worth it. So I'm just gonna help you. I'm just gonna help your confidence.
So he's just like doing side quests.
well, that's like the first episode, and I love that. That's a great bit. But then she ends up like taking the curse instead.
Okay.
And it turns her into like a fish. It's weird. But then the actual plot is that this school's full of ghosts, and they're all fucking angry and evil, and his job is to like pacify them
Gotcha.
or kill them.
Oh, Jesus.
And so this girl who is now indebted to him, or actually his slave,
Nice. Good.
are now ghost busting, essentially. The school has too many ghosts.
Okay.
It's a bad school.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Every episode is like, did you know if you go to the 4th step in this staircase down the hall, you'll fucking die? And it's like, remove the stairs.
Yeah. Build an elevator. Do we have the funding?
Every episode is something of that caliber where it's like,
Gotcha.
did you know if you open locker 209, you'll get molested?
Yeah, you're like,
fuck.
deconstruction is so not expensive.
Leave this school.
Yeah.
It's the worst school.
Imagine like your parents like choosing like, what school do we go to? Well, there's the molest death school, but for $100 more, we could send them to a regular school.
Yeah. So that's the show. And it's fine. It's cute. It's fun. It's weird because it's like definitely stickers to the show. But every now and then there's a fight, but it's very much not the focus. And the fight is just like, it's like a Demon Slayer fight without the animation quality. So it's like.
So not a Demon Slayer
slasher.
fight?
No, but it's like they'll just do a slash and
Gotcha.
that's the fight.
Okay.
And I'm like, that was fun.
Got him.
But that's not the point.
The point is the animation style and how cutesy it is. You have been just, is there infinite Soylent in there? You've been drinking that for 2 hours. I'm so impressed.
How do you think I stay so fit and skinny?
That's very fair. That's your meal for the entirety of the morning and mid-afternoon is one singular Soylent.
Also, I'm sick of the flavor.
I can imagine. I can't believe I got you hooked on those. All I had to do was give you a crate. First one was free.
It's 400 calories, which is awesome.
Yes.
And it's every vitamin.
Yeah, like literally,
ever seen.
like everything you could ever need.
Yeah.
That's huge.
So I do this on top of taking the super vitamins. I'm taking like crazy fucking vitamins.
Prunes? Are you taking your prunes? Did you get sponsored by Grunes?
I don't know what Grunes
Oh,
is.
okay. It's actually, they're pretty good vitamins.
No, I researched mine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm taking these crazy like fucking horse pills. They're huge.
Why?
They're huge because I don't eat vegetables. I don't eat my veggie wedgies.
That's fair.
And if you don't eat your veggies, you get wedgied.
Yeah.
But if you
Yeah.
take vitamins, he leaves you.
Yeah, he takes your blood. He says, you're liking vitamin K. Get on the pole.
Yeah, every morning Michael comes up and
He's like, sit down. You're like, God damn it.
he bites your little wrist, he sucks some blood, and then he
Like, this is
goes,
vitamin division.
enough vitamins.
And then he leaves you alone.
Otherwise, he gives you a wedgie.
Yeah.
And some say the wedgie's not as bad as
As the
sucking
vitamins.
your blood.
Yes, sometimes. It's a multi-tiered suck system. It's all bad. It's all bad.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. What do you think the average age of your fans are? Because, like, I've never heard somebody our age be like, toilet bound. Never.
I mean, YouTube tells you it's like 18 to
24?
Yeah.
That's such a big catch-all, though. Also,
it's 6 years.
I guess. Well, I still, but like I feel like that's like 50% of mine as well. And then it's like 24 to 30 or something.
Let's trade demographics.
We're gonna trade demographics here?
Yeah.
Oh,
There we
Danny.
go.
Danny, I'm gonna love this.
It's all children. Oh, Nick, what have I done? It's all
oh
kids.
God, everything I've ever done was a mistake. No,
Please.
this is Jimmy. Let's see. So my audience is, what do you think the percentage of men that follows me is?
80.
80?
80%.
Try again.
Higher or lower?
Higher.
Higher. 90.
Try again.
95.
A little bit lower.
93?
94% men. 94% men, baby.
That's
I
huge.
actually, my biggest demo isn't 18 to 24. It's 25 to 34.
Wow.
44%. Yeah. I skew old.
Wow.
Because I talk about Naruto. This is on
That makes
NC
sense.
Hammer.
That's true. What's your age? Did you just say it?
I said my biggest demo is 25 to 34.
Oh, got you. My biggest is 18 to 24.
Yep.
What do you think my male to female is?
It's got to be 70% female.
Is that what you think?
Yeah.
No, lower. Way lower.
Way lower.
Way lower.
30.
Yep.
No,
30%
no
female.
fucking way.
Yeah.
Men never come up to you at cons.
Dude,
Ever. Probably because they're ashamed to follow you.
Probably, yeah, they're ashamed.
Yeah. It's always women.
So we watched Totoro.
It's always women.
Yeah, no, but
Wait,
yeah,
what do you think? What do you think
changes.
Otakus Anonymous is?
It changes all the time. Oh, Otakus Anonymous? I think it's more men.
You think it's more men?
Yeah.
That would make sense considering our other two biggest
Our
pages
men? Yeah.
are
Let me see,
mostly
though.
men.
Let me go to my content.
Oh, God, Danny.
What?
Oh, God. What do you think it is? Men to women wise. Now, this makes no fucking sense.
It's confusing. Is it 60% men?
Higher.
70.
Higher.
90.
Lower.
80.
Higher.
85.
86 and a half.
86 and a half. Whoa.
Let
me see.
When people come up to Jesus Christ, when people come up to us at cons,
Yeah.
50% of the time it's women, right?
Yeah.
If
oh,
not
yeah.
more.
Oh, yeah. Way more. It's mostly women.
It's mostly women. 11%.
Where are they coming from? Or where are you, boys?
Yeah, where the boys
Where
at?
the boys at? I'm sick of going to these cons.
I'm talking to all these ladies.
You know what's interesting?
What?
If I go to individual videos, because my genders fluctuate all the time. That's gonna get clipped.
Classic liberal.
That's gonna get clipped.
Oh.
I've been feeling wobbly, so wobbly. I've been feeling wobbly.
Where'd my penis go? I can't keep affording top and bottom surgery every week.
When I go to an individual video, like the Owl House, when I go to Owl City, 49% female.
Why aren't they following you?
I know.
What the fuck's happening?
What the herk? Wait, let me check.
I can't think of a singular video or like show that you've covered recently that would skew to a majority male demographic.
I'm looking at,
You've done Owl City.
Let's see, Good Omens. Good Omens, 60% female.
What the fuck is Good Omens?
It's like fucking, it's a show.
I've never heard of this.
It's live action. It's David Tennant. It's
You react to
British.
live action
I
shit?
just started, and it's
Ew.
doing well.
Ew.
Well, it's doing
Don't do
well.
that.
I'm borderline. Honestly right now not reacting to any anime.
What do you mean?
I don't have any anime currently being reacted to. It's Owl City and Good Omens
it's
and Hell of a
animated.
Boss.
I guess. Two of those things are animated.
They're not anime.
Okay, but out of all those things, all right,
Okay.
so the things that I know that you've reacted to recently, the only thing that would skew to a male demographic is FMAB.
Yeah, and that was like a year
And that was
ago.
like a year ago.
Yeah,
Outside of that, it was Vanitas, fucking Hell of a Boss, which has a majority female following, fucking Owl City,
Yeah. Has Been Hotel, which is Hell of a Boss.
has been Hotel.
Yeah. What else was it?
Where are these men coming from?
Oh, and then I did you already say Vanitas?
yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Where the fuck are these men coming from?
I don't know. And when I click on individual videos.
Yeah. It's a majority women.
Oh my god, it's my shorts.
Is that what it is?
It's my Pokemon.
Oh, it's your balls.
It's my Pokeballs.
It's your big old balls.
That must be it.
I forgot about the balls.
I hate that shorts are put into the rest of the demographics.
I don't like it either.
Because it's not that
It
most of my
cheapens what you accomplish with long form as well.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's that most of my subscribers are male.
Yeah.
It's most of the people watching my shorts because it'll be like it's the Pokeballs.
Yeah.
It's me undies.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the big gort. No, we shouldn't.
It's me talking about my Bob Bussies.
Look at how girthy. I got two grapefruit down there.
Can we talk? Why we can't?
I guess we could talk about it. We have an ad coming up next week with MeUndies, and we were on a call, and they were like, which absolutely could have been an email. We got on a call with MeUndies, and they were like, we're inclusive, and we offer sizes from double XS to 4XL. And I was like, holy shit, this could have been an email.
Yeah, we offer sizes from grape to fucking melon.
To big old squashing
Yeah, from
posages.
grape to grapefruit.
Yeah.
Fellas.
Heyo.
Yeah.
And anyways, the lady we're talking to, she was like, it's your genitalia. You can talk about it how you want. But most of the people that do talk about it talk about how big the ball caddy makes them look. And I was like, oh, it's like 10 a.m. on a Saturday. I was like, what's going on here?
She was like, if you want to talk about your juicy plums
Yeah.
just squishing about in our hammock,
Yeah.
feel free.
She was like, I wear the ball hammock, doesn't do anything for me. And I was like, okay, why?
Like,
It's too
yes.
early to be talking about your lack there of balls.
I'm like, I just have the phone in my chest. I'm like, Sarah, I need to tell you before this gets me in trouble. This woman is talking about my balls.
Yeah, I'm
I
out
am-
of this. If you hear a woman talking about tell me how big it is, trust me, it's for business.
Dude, every time, do you ever do this with Dorothy? Where every time I get a DM that's like salacious or somewhere it's like, hey, you fucking show me them undies. This doesn't happen often.
My brother in Christ.
Yeah. Doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen to me. Doesn't happen to me.
I'll get DMs every now and
Danny,
then.
I don't even cross the feet of women. I don't like there's not like Danny, there's no cross whatsoever. Like I just like you want to
You're telling me a video of you pops up and it's like, here are the top 5 Rasengans, and you don't get a DM being like, I'm touching myself.
You can swirl my chakra. Let's go through my recent DMs. Oh, this one's nice. Random, I know, but honestly, bro, you're the greatest anime content creator of all time. I watch your videos and your dedication to your craft is inspiring. I really love the way that you're able to dive deep into your research and come up with theories. 1, I never would have thought to even think about, and 2, actually be right. I damn near feel like you're batting 1,000 right now. I just want to give your flowers, bro. I heavily tapped into your videos and I appreciate the work you do.
Wow.
That
was sweet.
That was very sweet. This other one just says dude. this one just says dude. And then it's a lot of people usually will hit me with stuff like this where it's just like somebody else's video. Yeah.
Here's a typical one from me. Hey, piss boy, let me come guzzle down that sweet yellow nectar. It's not true.
Oh god damn! I just
thought that'd be a fun contrast to yours.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, I could imagine that would be what your DMs look like.
No, I think it's so funny when I get a DM that's just like, "Hey," and I'm like, I simply can't do anything with it. This feels like a trap.
I get like invitations to dinner rather occasionally.
Wow, that's sweet. Yeah, I've never gotten.
Whenever I say I'm in a city, like 3 or 4 men will hit my DMs and be like, "Let me take you out to dinner, baby girl."
No, but
and I'm like, guys, stop.
Whenever I get like a salacious DM that's like just like I never get anything like crazy, but I'll get some like just basic flirting or whatever. Just like, you're really cute, like blah blah, like what's your at or whatever, what's your Discord? I'll run to Sarah.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, Sarah, I'm just letting you know, this person did send this. I want to be polite. I'll just say, I have a girlfriend and thank you for watching my stuff. So usually it'll be like,
you realize you just simply don't have to answer.
But I like being like, because people be like, I'm such a huge fan, blah, blah. And I'll be like, hey, thanks. Because whenever you just like send anything being like, thank you so much for watching my stuff, people are so happy about it.
I guess.
So I'll just tell Sarah. But then sometimes I'll be like, this one's so fun. And Sarah will be like, I want to see what they say back.
Oh?
And so then I'll be like,
so you just lead a fan on. You're like, you know what? I will leave her for you.
I don't lead them on.
Tell me what you're going to do to this sweet, supple 120-pound body.
I'm trying to think of an example. Like, someone sent me like a voice memo before where they're like, hi, like doing a crazy voice. Yeah, they're like, hi.
I'm just a bit of a baka.
They're like, can we be friends? And I like tell Sarah and I showed her and I'm like, can I just be like, hi, thank you for liking my stuff. I just want to see what the next thing would be. I want to see if this is a real voice. And she'll be like, yeah. And I'll be like, thank you so much for liking my stuff. You know, I'm awful at responding DMs, blah, blah. And then they'll just be like, hi, what's your Snapchat? And I'll be like, I'm done.
Yeah, you're like, that's it. I'm good on this.
And I'm done.
Damn.
Yeah.
I would have been like, I'm actually only taking Discord, e-kitten applications right now.
I'm only taking WhatsApp. Here's my WhatsApp.
Here's your. Actually, if you could hit me on WeChat, that'd be preferable. You have no idea what WeChat is.
That's like a foreign thing.
Kind of.
I didn't mean it like that. I mean, like if you're traveling.
The mysteries of the Orient.
If you're traveling, it's like
in China specifically.
Gotcha.
All right, should we talk about what have we talked about? Should we talk about My Neighbor Totoro?
Yeah.
We watched My Neighbor Totoro this weekend, and Danny's one takeaway, which actually could have been our cold opening. Everybody who follows you and who saw your story post was like, how the fuck did he see that? Why was he looking? Danny,
what are you talking about?
It's objectively wild that that's where your eyes went.
What are you talking? Let me tell you something.
Yeah?
Anytime a new character is on screen, I clock their genitals.
Where are the balls?
For context, in My Neighbor Totoro, there is a scene where Cat Balls fucking teabags the screen with his huge cat buses. And I saw. How could you not see? Cat Bus fucking dips his balls in my face.
To give like actual context of what's going on here, Cat Bus is just jumping over some electrical lines, and like you just see an undershot of Cat Bus, and Cat Bus has balls.
And his huge nutters soak every inch of the screen.
Hardly.
How am I not going to notice? The second a new character enters screen, I'm clocking the genitals. I'm looking at butts. I'm looking at boobs. I'm looking at bulges.
You know, it's good that you're unabashed about it.
Yeah.
I think that's actually, it's good that we move forward with the ideology and the second that you come into Danny's life, he's seeing, do you have balls?
I have to.
That's con knowledge. That's con logic as well. Like you come up to Danny for a photo, he's doing Goku pats. He's doing Goku pats at you to see if you got balls.
Every selfie someone's taken with me, my eye line is straight at their balls.
Yeah, it's insane. Dorothy, Claire, many people have come up to me and be like, how did he see that?
What are you talking about?
I've had so many people be like, I've seen My Neighbor Totoro multiple. Guys, for any of you in the comments, literally down below, it'd be like, if you've ever seen My Neighbor Totoro, did you realize the cat bus had balls? That's it. That's all we have to ask.
It's so obvious.
It's not obvious.
It's so obvious. It's so weird. He has little balls.
It's a giant cat with like 12 arms.
Yeah.
The last place I was looking to see if it had a fucking sack hanging off.
If something's naked and diving at me, spread eagle.
Don't get it wrong. It's weird that they were added. Highly unnecessary.
Yeah, why am I being blamed?
I'm not blaming you. It's just weird you noticed.
I disagree. I'm taking in 100% of the art.
I guess.
I'm, soaking in everything Hayao Miyazaki has to offer. And
he had to draw those balls hundreds of times. Hundreds of times, yeah.
And at no point was someone like, hey, doesn't need them.
We don't need to know if the cat bus can reproduce.
And then he's like, fine, all right, here's the alternate design. And it's just a vagina that goes up to its chin.
Huge labia the whole way up, yeah.
He's like, which do you prefer?
Yeah.
Which do you prefer?
Cat bus has to have genitals.
Where's Totoro's balls?
Probably you never really get an undershot of Totoro. Yeah, you kind of get an undershot of Totoro. Yeah.
He jumps up.
You know what I didn't notice? You know what I forgot
I checked.
I
checked.
I tried to see. You know what I noticed about this?
Tell me.
For a movie named after Totoro,
not in it?
Not in it.
Yeah.
He's in it 3 times.
Hey, fucking get ready for Princess Mononoke.
What? She's in it more than Totoro.
Yeah, she is.
She's like scampering across like also it's not like he ever has like any important role. You either fall on him or he builds a tree. That's it.
I guess that's why people think he's just the harbinger of death.
Why?
Because he's hardly in it.
Yeah.
And he's just there because the mom is dying.
Okay.
Like, that's what people think. People think that he is like death coming to comfort the kids because their mom is dying. Do you know what she has? Do you know what she's dying with?
No.
She's tuberculosis.
Nobody ever says that. How do we know that?
I looked it up.
She never coughs blood?
Yeah,
They're never like, oh, TB?
My neighbor Totoro. Maybe Hayao Miyazaki said it.
That the mother had tuberculosis?
I hate my son, and it's TB.
And it's TB, and that's all you're ever going to get from me, ladies and gentlemen.
What happened to the mom? Let's see.
I mean, nothing. We don't know.
It is implied, yet never revealed in the film, that Satsuki and Mii's mother also suffers from tuberculosis, as she was hospitalized in a sanatorium, which caused the whole family to move to the countryside.
Gotcha. Crazy.
Yeah, TB, not coming back from that.
No, you don't. I mean, unless like you moved to Nevada.
What are you talking about?
That's like in America, if you ever got tuberculosis, you were told to move to the desert because it's drier. So it's better on your lungs. Wow. There's like nowhere like that in Japan, though, that they can move. So,
right. So she's cooked.
Oh, she's absolutely fucked.
And Cat Bus takes Totoro into hell. Well, maybe not hell.
Into hell?
The afterlife.
What do you mean?
He comes on this big nightmare bus.
Okay. You're talking about when they're like trying to see their father. Like when they're waiting at the bus station trying to see their father.
Yeah, like anytime Cat Bus shows up with his big old cat balls. Cat Ball shows up. Picks up Totoro.
Yeah.
And then Totoro, the Grim Reaper, goes off into hell where he belongs.
He's in a tree. Is the tree hell?
Well, like the afterlife.
But is the tree afterlife?
I don't know.
Okay.
People just think he's not the devil.
Okay. That'd be awesome.
People think he's death. I'll look it up.
But there's no evidence to substantiate this claim. If I could put us back on track here at least a little bit, we shit on this movie too much. We shit on this movie way too much.
It's better, I believe, than Kiki's Delivery Service.
I feel as though you're going to rewatch Kiki's Delivery Service and you're like, oh, this is also a fun watch.
Good fucking luck.
Dude, it's fun. The movie is fun. My Neighbor Totoro is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is a lot of fun.
Totoro's not bad. It's
good.
A merciful length. This is like the only one of his movies that's not 3.5 hours long.
It being an hour and a half is so clutch.
It's a merciful length. There are 2 protagonists, which help because they're just doing goofy girl shit.
Oh, gotcha. The 2 daughters.
Yeah, the 2 daughters. There's One girl who's like the older girl, she's Elle Fanning.
Yeah.
And then there's Bochi from Ranking of Kings.
What?
The little frog girl.
I guess.
She looks just like
She kind of does look like Bochi.
Yeah.
You know, the older girl is Dakota Fanning?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I just said.
You said Elle Fanning.
Oh, it's Dakota.
What the fuck is Elle Fanning?
Her sister.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dakota Fanning, which I don't even remember who Dakota Fanning. She's 50 First Dates, right?
I don't know. She's Monsters versus Aliens.
That means
And
no.
Coraline. She's Coraline.
Dakota Fanning. Oh, nope, not even. I wasn't even close.
You know what? Elle Fanning might also be in this one.
Might be the younger
As the
sister.
daughter. Yeah, the other sister. Let me look up this theory.
What theory? The theory that Totoro was death
The
theory?
rumor says that Totoro is the god of death, so the persons that can see Totoro are actually close to death or already dead.
What?
What that means from the story is that when May goes missing and a sandal is found in the pond, May actually drowns.
Dies? Oh, that's hard as fuck, but it's not her sandal.
When Satsuki is asked about the sandal, she cannot face the truth and lies about it, not
stupid.
being May's sandal.
That's dumb.
So Satsuki goes on a desperate search for Totoro, calling for him and actually opens up the door to the realm of the dead herself. With Totoro's help, she finds her dead sister, and they together go to their mother's hospital. There, the only one who actually noticed that the sisters were there was the mother, who also soon is going to die. And in the ending scene, Satsuki and May don't have any shadows.
Really?
I guess. The theory doesn't stop there. There's a famous murder case called the Sayama incident. My Neighbor Totoro takes place in Sayama Hill, in which two sisters turned up dead. The story goes that one of the girls said she saw a cat apparition before committing suicide. According to Japanese site Flow Management, this, however, was an urban legend. Most likely, it was attached to the Totoro is a god of death rumor so that it would sound more believable.
Oh. So, the theory falls apart then.
But the Sayama incident did happen in May, and both the sisters in Totoro are actually named May. Satsuki means May in Japanese, and May is Japanese. It's the Japanese pronunciation for May. In Japanese are also the May Blues, and typically affects new students and new employees because the school and the work year both begin in April. This sort of depression is found in people having trouble adjusting to new surroundings. In My Neighbor Totoro, the family has moved to a new area in May. This can be spun out further as more general references to depression. A lot of evidence.
That's pretty compelling.
It's a lot of evidence.
I'm gonna be real. As a literal professional anime theorist, that's pretty good.
Yeah?
That's pretty good.
Yeah?
Damn.
So you like this?
I love the movie.
Yeah?
I was just watching it with like Dorothy, and like we were just like hanging out on the couch and just like watching it. I was like, oh, this is like genuinely enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like it's like there like nothing really happens. Like nothing like huge happens. Obviously, May gets lost. That's the biggest plot line, and then like the mom is gonna come back. And that's like basically the only issue. Or is it May or Satsuki? Which one's the younger one?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Well,
May,
the
I
younger one
think.
gets lost. That's the most important thing that happens. And then like they use like the cat bus and Totoro to like find the younger one, and then they all go look see the mom and all that. But it's just it's a fun watch. Like I love the sprite suits or the suit sprites. I love the like the grandma and like the little boy who's like crushing on the older one and all that. Like it's just cute. It's like a cute country story. I just enjoyed it. It was just like, it's wild to me that you can go from Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind, and Castle in the Sky to this, though,
Yeah.
because it is so different. Like, it's so drastically different.
It's crazy different, and then he's just gonna make movies like this for a bit.
Only one,
Only one, I guess.
because we have Kiki's and then we have the trio.
He's so weird. He's so back and forth.
He's quirky.
Because then after the trio is what, Ponyo? When's Porco
no.
Russo?
No, Porco Russo's after Kiki's. So we go Kiki's, Porco Russo, and then the trio.
I'm so excited for Porco.
I'm also really excited for Porco Russo. It's the only one I haven't seen.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a big first time experience for both of us.
I have some notes.
Yeah.
I have My Neighbor Totoro, which came out in 1988.
Yes.
Had the budget of $3.7 million.
Oh my god.
And was released with Grave of the Fireflies as a double feature. For who?
Who's like if you have to go watch Grave of the Fireflies and My Neighbor Totoro, which do you want to watch first? Probably Grave of the Fireflies, right?
Guess.
Did you ever watch a really fucking scary movie alone, and then after you'd have to watch like an episode of like a sitcom to calm yourself down?
What? Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Do you have a specific movie that you did that with?
I did that with what is it? What's the cave? What's the spelunking one?
The Descent.
Yeah. I did that with The Descent. I watched it alone. Stupid as shit. And I was a half hour and I was like, I gotta finish it. So I had to watch an episode of How I Met Your Mother after to like calm my goddamn nerves.
Nice. I watched Case 39. Do you remember that one?
No.
Fuck. Every now and then I'll say Case 39 and people will be like, oh shit, the one where Jake Gyllenhaal throws up bees.
What?
There's a part where he vomits bees.
That's sick as shit.
And that one spooked me. I was too young.
You were too young for that?
I was way too young.
We should watch this together. Oh my God. You mean this scene? Oh my God.
He's throwing up bees.
Oh, that's insane.
But anyway, this has 3.7 million budget. And Nausicaa had 8 million, and it shows. This does not look as good as Castle in the Sky or
You know what? You're right. And the sound, like the music, isn't as good.
This one feels like it's 10 years older than both of those movies.
Objectively, in terms of production, I think this might be one of Miyazaki's weaker films.
Probably.
It's cute.
I remember Kiki's looking better than this.
I think in terms of like production, it's not great, but like it's got the toilet bound Hanako-kun thing where it's like it's got merch. It's merchable with like Totoro and the mini Totoros with the cat bus and all of that. It was so immediately merchable that everyone was like, "Oh, I'm in love with Totoro." It doesn't matter what it looks like or sounds like.
How do you feel about Totoro? Give me all your thoughts on him specifically.
I didn't realize until this watch through of it that he's saying Totoro.
I didn't know. Well, that he says it.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, that's your name, Totoro," and I thought he was just yelling. I thought he was just yelling, and they were just like, "Oh, you're Totoro."
Yeah. That was also wild to me because at first she's like Totoro, and I'm like, "What, bitch?" Yeah. And then he does it, and I'm like, "I guess."
Yeah, it's a loose interpretation at best. Totoro's not even the best from his family.
Little guy.
Little guys are just better.
Yeah, there's a little baby Totoro.
Mm-hmm. There's two of them.
Yeah,
there's the gray one and the white one.
And they're just good.
They're just great.
They're just real good.
They're as good as gets.
They don't do any. They do nothing.
Does Totoro do anything?
He's in it more.
Outside of...
He does a big jump.
He lifts his umbrella and he grows a tree that doesn't grow.
Yeah. I don't like when he opens his mouth.
Too much teeth? Too square teeth.
Too square teeth.
Yeah,
too few teeth. Mm-hmm. And I like the idea. You look at Totoro.
Yeah.
And you see that iconic shot where they're in the rain together and he's got his big leaf or umbrella. And you're like, this looks like a big, wise looking bear thing. Like he looks like a Winnie the Pooh.
He literally starts that scene with a singular leaf on his head, but that's fine.
And you think he's going to be wise and gentle and quiet. And he's just constantly fucking yorping.
He's got nothing but scream.
Just screams.
Yeah.
And then rides a cat.
Mm-hmm. I hate how you get in the cat bus. I hate that one of its window orifices opens. Hate it. Hate it so much. But when they get in the cat bus and it's all like plush and like it's like shag carpet walls, Dorothy was like, "Oh, I want to have a room like that." And I was like, "Oh, you would have loved the 70s."
Yeah, true. Do you like that cat bus has seats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it?
Sarah was like, I don't like that he's fur inside. It doesn't make sense. And I was like...
Would you want it to be guts? Would you want just meat?
Well, I was like, no, he's like a kangaroo. You know, it's like a pouch.
Oh, you want like leathery...
Well, no, that convinced her. She was like, okay, that makes sense.
Marsupial cat.
But then if you cut into the leather upholstery, then that's guts and meat.
Yeah, but don't do that.
Well, don't do it. He's Kappa.
Yeah, he's Kappa. Don't do that.
If you did that, though, he'd be fucked. How is he getting you out of him? You know?
You gotta assume if he has the ability, he's able to make a couch out of the inside of his body.
You think he can, like, crush himself?
Oh, he could absolutely crush himself.
Well, he doesn't make the couch. That's just his anatomy.
You think so?
You know?
If he's able to... I'm assuming he's got control
over
it. What? Are you inviting me in?
That's as easy as it is.
Oh, yeah,
you know, that's not magic.
Oh, you're saying
for audio only listeners.
That's not his mouth.
I'm just opening and closing my mouth.
Open another part of your body. That's not your mouth. That was... Fuck! But those aren't his hands. He's got hands. It'd be like opening your rib cage. It'd be like just like open, just like busting a hole in your rib cage.
You can suck in your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, but you're not opening it.
But we can do... He's a fucking cat bus.
Can I ask you a question,
He can
Daniel?
do different things, Nick.
Before we get too heated here, remember, I am the one with the knife. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
All right. Real civil tone. If you had to choose two people to be your parents from the Hayao Miyazaki verse, who are you choosing?
This guy.
Who?
Wait.
You're choosing
out of all the parents.
You're choosing out of you get one dad and one mom from every Miyazaki film. Who are you choosing?
Nausicaa for my mom.
Okay. Wait.
What?
Nausicaa for your mother.
Yeah.
That's a wild choice.
Why so wild?
She's just younger than you.
I assume it's aging up.
Okay. So
Because
you
you're
want
really gonna not like who I say for the dad then.
Okay. I would go a completely different direction. I was gonna choose somebody from Nausicaa, but not Nausicaa. She would be a cool mom, objectively.
She'd be a great mom.
That's not a bad choice.
Yeah.
I just went a completely different way.
This dad. Fun dad.
That's exactly where this question came from, because I was like, holy shit, this guy fucking rocks.
Yeah, good dad.
This guy, he's the best dad ever, because they're like, oh, our house is haunted, and he's like, I've always wanted to live at a haunted house, and he's super chill. He's a professor. He's just great in papers. The kids are running around. He's like, oh, he's waking up late. And he's like, oh, well, I'll take a bath. He's just around.
Yeah,
he's just around. He's like present. He's like,
I see where this is coming from.
What? Oh, yeah, he's like, I didn't have a father.
Poor you being like, he's around.
He's around.
And that's all that matters.
He's popping in. He's like keeping an eye on mom. He's raising 2 daughters by himself. He's like making sure everyone's dressed, to make sure everyone's off to school. He's supporting an entire family. What a guy. But if I had to choose a mom from the Hayao Miyazaki verse, and you're going to regret this, honestly, Nausicaa, great pick. Not as good a pick as you could get done. You know who I'm going? Dola. The pirate lady.
The pirate lady
from Castle in the Sky.
Yeah. I thought you'd say that.
She's
mean.
No. Kind of. But she's got
Ma from Futurama.
She's got so many sons already. I would have so many brothers.
They hate their life.
They don't hate their life.
When they get a new kid on board, they're like, I don't have to do shit jobs anymore.
Well, no, they're all just trying to marry a child is what they're trying to do. But like...
Raised them bad.
Yeah, well, okay, fair. She is a pirate. But you get her with the dad from My Neighbor Totoro. That's a great family, because it's a little fire and ice.
You'd never see that dad again.
What do you mean?
He would be plowing.
Oh, he'd be
on the reg.
Dude, he'd be rocking Dola's guts.
He would be a paraplegic because she would just smash his hips.
I mean, her husband in the Castle in the Sky. Oh, big stretch.
Big stretch.
Sorry, Neutron's seeing his way out. He's had enough of us. Goodbye, friend. But her husband from Castle in the Sky, he looks like Dr. Egghead. It'd be a huge upgrade for her to get that sweet piece of ass from My Neighbor Totoro. Dude, he's a good-looking guy.
He is a sweet piece of ass. He looks just like Justin and Bree.
You love them. That's who you want to be your
They're
parents.
hot people.
You bring them up all the time.
They're hot. They're famous for being hot.
They are.
That's their single job.
I wanted to be a contrarian, but they are hot.
That's their sole job.
They're hot.
I don't like Totoro's teeth, but that's it. Oh, I have a note.
Yeah.
I like that the little girls run down the stairs and they're like, Dad, there's fucking nightmare creatures in the ceiling. What's up? And the dad goes, oh, that's just gremlins.
Yeah.
And then the old lady comes over and she's like, you got gremlins. Huh?
Everyone's super chill about it.
Yeah.
And she's like,
so
if you guys are good people, they'll leave. And everyone's like, well, I guess we can't do our like whole Nazi regime anymore.
Yeah, and the dad's just like, and what if we're not?
Yeah. Like what if I'm gonna hit these kids later?
Yeah. My other note is this is just Baby Feet the movie. It's just shots of baby feet.
What do you mean?
It's just everyone's like stomping around.
Oh, they are. It is a big stomping movie.
It's a big stomping movie.
Shoes are a big part of the movie as well.
Isn't that the craziest scene?
What? When they show the child's shoe, and then everyone's like, oh, thank God it's not our child's shoe. And it's like, hey, man, still a problem here.
I have a note that goes, well, whose sandal is that?
Still a child's shoe in this ominous lake.
So there's a scene where the little girl goes missing, and they're all looking for her, their search party, and they look in the lake. And Sarah's like, this is crazy dark.
Yeah.
And then they find a sandal. They find a little shoe, and they're like, is this her shoe? Please tell me it's not. And they're like showing the sister, and there's this huge long beat. And then finally the sister's like, that's not hers. Yeah. And they're like, oh, thank God. And they just throw it back.
And all the men with their bamboo poles just pack it up. They're like, well, fuck that kid.
It's like, whose kid is this?
Who lost their shoe? This kid, I was going to say, my notes are, this man loves a dust mite. Yeah. He just loves sentient dirt. Hayao Miyazaki loves two things on this earth, and it's a little glider or sentient dirt. And they can't exist in the same movie.
Yeah.
You either get sentient dirt or gliders, and not both.
He does. All of that is 100% true. The dirt never comes back.
Nope.
It's useless.
It's kind of just a minor plot point. He just wants a child to stomp the dirt.
He's so weird.
He's a
He
weird guy.
loves just like the beauty of spirits in nature.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like technology is like
The devil.
Yeah, the devil in every single movie.
Yeah.
Like anytime technology is introduced, it's bad.
Yeah, he's like, I fucking hate technology. Every technology should be a cat.
Yeah. Or like a forest spirit,
Yeah,
or like
an airplane, which I like exclusively.
yeah, like bug airplane, but that's it. Once airplanes actually start beating their wings, that's when they get cool.
You know, I just realized there are 2 Hayao Miyazaki movies you haven't seen. You haven't seen The Wind Rises.
I haven't seen The Wind Rises.
Yeah.
Porco Rosso, but you haven't seen Ponyo, so check and mate.
I'm not excited for Ponyo.
Ponyo is great. Willem Dafoe is in it. So.
I'm not excited for Frankie Jonas to play.
Oh, Frankie Jonas is
Sasuke.
the boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also Willem Dafoe's in it. He does a fantastic job, and he's just like got like a weed pumper the entire time, like the weed
Oh,
spray.
I thought he was just
Oh, he's
lighting
just
up.
blowing
Yeah.
it down. That'd be fucking sick as hell. My only other note is Totoro just rips out a top. Wait,
Huh?
when Totoro just rips out of the tree, and everyone just grabs onto his tits and holds on. You know that scene where everyone's just holding on to Totoro's tits and he's just jumping around? That was fun. But yeah, no, this
And
movie's
he's
great.
like, stop.
Yeah, he's like, ow, fuck. It's my nipple.
Let go.
I don't have genitalia, but I have nipples.
Yeah.
Where do you rank it? Out of all the movies we watched thus far, live ranking.
It's the worst one we've watched.
That's just not true.
What are you talking about?
That's just not true.
Telling me this is better than Castle in the Sky?
Yes.
Castle in the Sky is sick.
Castle in the Sky is sick.
Totoro's the only... Take Totoro out of this movie, it sucks.
No. Totoro's barely in the movie.
Yeah, that's why it's only okay.
It's a relaxing watch. It's the first relaxing watch.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be worse than Kiki's because you have the 2 sisters who can bounce off each other.
Yep.
And there's Totoro. Kiki's delivery
A
service
lot
has
of
literally
Kiki's
nothing.
is just her flying through the air talking to her cat who doesn't talk back. Yeah. Oh, wait, no. It does talk back.
Yeah. It's just her making bread deliveries.
Yeah, it is, baby.
It fucking sucks. I'm not excited.
It's a real nothing burger of a
Yeah.
movie. All right, so yours is Totoro, Castle in the Sky, Nausicaa.
Yeah.
Castle in the Sky, Totoro, Nausicaa.
Crazy.
Nausicaa's great.
There's a train chase where they shoot a train with a cannon.
Don't get me even remotely twisted. I love Castle in the Sky.
So cool.
I just like my neighbor Totoro more.
Castle in the Sky, if Nausicaa were in Castle in the Sky, it'd be better than Nausicaa.
If Nausicaa hadn't come out right before Castle in the Sky, it would be way more known. But it's just Nausicaa, but a little bit worse.
Well, the problem is Nausicaa's like a good character.
Yeah.
Like, arguably the best character
Yeah.
in any of his movies.
Besides Princess Mononoke. But yeah.
I'd say Ashitaka, who's the boy in
Yeah.
Mononoke. He may be better, but like Nausicaa's like a genuinely really interesting character, and Castle in the Sky just doesn't have one of those.
No.
The boy's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good boy. Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf does crush it.
But otherwise, Castle in the Sky doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
That's really crazy.
But it's got like 6 settings.
It also has, what's his name? Who's the fucking sick ass Patrick
Stewart, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Patrick Stewart's in Nausicaa.
Well, that's what I mean. Nausicaa
gotcha.
has Patrick Stewart. It's got Nausicaa. I think Shia LaBeouf's in Nausicaa, right?
He's
Or is
in
he
Castle in
other
the Sky.
one? Okay. But it's got those 2, which is enough.
Yeah.
And Castle in the Sky just has Shia LaBeouf, and Shia LaBeouf's just fine.
Yeah. Cool. All right. We also had
My
a
Hero.
big episode of My Hero this week. Can I just say the manga ended?
For real?
MHA.
Wow.
Last chapter, 430, done.
Wow.
You want to know the craziest thing as well? Is so 430 chapters, which means the MHA manga has been running for at least 8 years. There was an SBS 22 years ago in One Piece that was drawn by Horikoshi, the mangaka of MHA, and it was Smoker, who appears in chapter 92 of One Piece, mind you. Smoker doesn't exist in One Piece until chapter 92, when he dropped 22 years ago. Horikoshi, who was still kind of a child at the time, probably like 10, 12, I don't know how old Horikoshi is, drew a fan drawing of Smoker, submitted it, and Oda included it in an SBS in a volume of One Piece 22 years ago. to celebrate the ending of My Hero Academia, he redrew the smoker that Horikoshi drew 22 years ago. Which means that a child Horikoshi grew into an adult, started a manga, ran it for almost a decade, and then finished that manga before the manga he was a fan of came to an end.
What an icon.
Fucking ridiculous.
What a legend.
Absurd. Oda needs to be studied.
To be fair, I'd say every single other mangaka is doing that as well.
What do you mean?
Like, so many, like, same thing with Black Butler, same thing with, or not Black Butler, Black Clover.
Oh, yeah. Like, everybody grew up as a fan of One Piece and, like, got into manga
finishing.
before One Piece, yeah.
That's crazy. So what, he's just doing vigilantes now, or, like, what's his
I think so,
beef?
yeah.
Wow.
I think, yeah. So, like, I'm not going to say how it ends, but, yeah, it could possibly continue. I don't think that it's going to. There's no indication that it's going to.
Yeah. Well, it being the end is probably a good indication that it won't.
Well, like I'm saying, like, could there be a spin-off kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like, there could be.
Crazy. I think he's sick of it, isn't he, though?
Probably.
Yeah, he's, like, sick of My Hero.
I would be. I mean, he's been writing not only one, but 2 stories about it for the last decade.
Yeah, and he likes horror.
He loves
horror. He started as, like, a horror manga.
He is also, like, 90 or so chapters into Vigilantes. And Vigilantes is a prequel. He's 127 chapters into Vigilantes.
Is he writing it, though? Like, is it his?
It's a story by... Oh, no. Actually, no.
That's what I thought.
Story by Hideki Furuhashi. Art by Betancourt. Original concept by Kohei Horikoshi.
Yeah, I think
Shit.
I think he's going to move on to something else.
So, yeah, he's not even... This is his assistant doing this. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so the manga ended, but how'd you feel about the episode?
Awesome.
So good.
Really, really good episode. I'm trying to remember what happens.
Dobby's back.
Dobby's back. That's
Yeah.
hardly, like, the big thing of it.
That's a big thing.
I
Do
guess.
you understand what's going on with Dobby?
You've been telling me Dobby's coming back.
I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did.
You were like, "Oh, Dobby's gone."
And you were like, no.
No, I was like, I said, I said, I never said no.
I have social skills. I know what that
well,
means.
You know, some people don't.
Well, me.
Speaking, my autistic dog just blew into town.
Hippopotamus Rex.
That's his name.
Yeah.
No, his name is Natrinius Leopold Maximus III.
Very good.
Yeah.
So Dobby's back.
Yes.
Which I know.
Do you understand what's going on with him, though? Do you understand why he back?
He, like, absorbed the fucking something.
You're almost
Something
there.
with
You're almost there.
temperature.
Do you remember Shoto's final move, Phosphor?
Yeah.
Do you know how that works?
I don't remember.
He combines heat and ice together to make cold flame.
Yeah.
Dobby can now do that.
Wow.
So Dobby awoke. Dobby got hit with Shoto's ice quirk.
Oh, and
He absorbs it. He awakens to his mother's ice quirk in his body. Now he can use Phosphor.
Wow.
So he's now Shoto with a burnt body, basically.
I hated when Shoto did that.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It felt so out of nowhere.
It's dumb. It's also like not the first time that it's happened in the MHA universe where they're like, "Oh, I've been working, new power."
I know. This whole arc is so a bunch of retroactive stuff. I really wish you never told me it was rushed.
Yeah, because Horikoshi is being rushed, and he was like, I need to make everyone powerful enough to defeat the League of Villains, who I just dedicated. He started getting rushed after the League of Villains arc. And he was like, I just spent an entire arc buffing the bad guys, and now I'm being rushed to the ending because everyone hated me focusing on the bad guys. So now I have to skip past everybody's individual training arcs. So Shoto just gets Phosphor, which allows him to nullify all flames of all temperature.
Well, there's just all these characters who are like, they've been in the show, like, what's his name? What's the sharp guy who can slip in anything? Edshot.
Hate the mustache. I don't remember the mustache being in the manga. He's the little wispy mustache. I'm like, oh, you were a sexy ninja, and now you're just Steve. Like, oh, God, it's bad.
Well, like, Edshot, for example, is just one of, like, a dozen characters this season who has been, like, in the show, kind of. Like, he's been in, like, 5 minutes of collective screen time. And then he shows up now, and he's about to do something, and then they're like, Edshot, you were always class president, and everyone always did blah, blah, blah. Like, they did it with the girl with the light beam shit.
That's
like,
right.
They just keep being like, oh, here's why you should care about this person right now as they're about to get fucking cooked.
They've always been important, and they've always been powerful, and they've always been working on themselves.
That's just not how, it's like the worst of Naruto.
Yeah.
Where you're like fighting Zabuza and get ready for 30 episodes of flashback. And it's like, do this on your way to Zabuza.
Yeah.
Like, so that happens. Fucking Mirko. Once again.
Oh, Mirko, yeah.
Mirko just once again being the best character. Once again being an absolute vegetable.
Yep.
Lost another limb.
Addicted to losing limbs.
Just another limb.
And what's crazy is after all of this, it's like kind of assumed that like I never mind. I'm not even gonna say it. You're gonna yell at me. I was gonna say a thing.
Good.
I policed myself.
Good.
But it's no. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I almost said it. But I did.
Sick.
Progress.
That's awesome.
Progress.
Love
is
to
important.
hear it.
Look at that. No one's allowed to be upset at me ever again. I just policed myself.
Listen, honestly, I bet nobody even watches this podcast anymore, assuming there aren't spoilers.
Oh, come on.
We've probably scared him.
Stank does his
all
God
away.
voice. He's like, Nick's about to do a spoiler.
Does he? I've never seen it.
Oh, you never watched the podcast?
Not this far.
That's fair. We're deep in it.
I did it.
Yeah, we're deep in it. I watch almost every single one of our cold opens. If I'm being entirely real, I only enjoy listening to the parts of this podcast that aren't about anime. The second we start talking about anime, I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't need it.
That's fair.
I just love just being two schmoopus boopus boys. I fucking live for it.
It's the best content, I feel.
the best content.
That's why episode 1 is 80% about poop.
Dude, and in like just like ruining underwear and mechs.
Yeah.
God, we should go back.
I know. I should watch the first episode. I think it'd make me embarrassed, though.
Probably. The production quality was
Hardly
great.
know each other.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it was like our third time meeting. We're like, let's sit down for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Look at us now.
Wow.
We kiss on weekends. It's not a big deal. Benjamin Button all for one.
He's handsome.
We got introduced to Benjamin Button all for one,
Yeah.
which is huge.
Yeah. I was like, good Lord, he's handsome.
Oh, and he's like, and then he just like grabs a woman and steals her clothes. He's like, I can't look sick if I'm naked. I'm like, listen, you're ripped.
Yeah, you look great.
It's important that he gets clothed though, because he's got Benjamin Button disease now.
Oh, no. Oh, he did talk about that. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned that. He was like, this is going to keep.
Rewinding me.
Yeah,
I have to get
until
Shigaraki
nothing.
before I'm fully rewound.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
That was cool. I really liked him being handsome.
Yeah.
I liked and didn't like. Never mind. It was outrageously stupid.
What?
I hate Edgeshot becoming Bakugo's heart. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I have so many questions. Does Edgeshot die doing that?
You don't want me to answer that question.
Or is who's feeding Edgeshot from now on?
What?
Does he have to pop out to get a bite to eat and then come back to be Bakugo's heart?
Or Bakugo's just like a pregnant woman being like, I'm eating for two. It's just like, I'm eating for me and my sentient heart.
In my heart.
You don't want me to answer that question.
Fucking, and then Bakugo, like if he ever picks up smoking, he's gonna feel guilty about ruining.
Yeah, my lungs and my heart that were manually fucking pumped by this 37-year-old man who lives inside me now.
Every burger Bakugo eats is just like in regret towards Edgeshot.
Yeah. It's one of those scenes where they're like, Edgeshot has been training to make himself smaller and stronger for his entire life. And it's like, this is just such a left field introduction to bring a character that nobody genuinely believed was gonna die back.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
It's like the next chapter too. It was like it left on a hanger where it was like, oh, Bakugo's dead. And the next chapter was like, oh, Bakugo's getting resuscitated. And that's not the last time he does something like this in the manga. And it's just like so aggravating because it's like consequences.
Yeah.
Like, don't death bait. Just give me consequences.
Kill Bakugo. It'd be
Kill Bakugo.
Awesome. It'd be so cool.
It'd be sick as hell. Are you kidding me?
It'd be really cool. Also, if Edgeshot is gonna become his heart, I want them to fuse. I want Bakugo to have Edgeshot powers.
That'd be kind of sick.
Yeah.
That would also make kind of a little bit of sense.
Yeah, because now Edgeshot's just fucking slicing through his body.
Yeah. Also, how about Best Genius just suturing a heart back together?
That's what was so funny is just two grown men just fucking like inside of this
diving
boy.
in this dead boy. Yeah. They're like, I'll close the hole.
I love how Best Jean is just like sewing him up, and I'd love if Edgeshot got in and it's just a mess in there, and he's like, "What did you do?" And he's like, "I'm not a doctor."
He's like, why am I the one being trusted here? He's like, I didn't stop the bleeding. He's like, I'm using denim.
Just as like BJ and like blowjob queen like sewed into his lungs. He's like, "What is this?" And he's like, "I didn't think anyone would be in there.
Did you sign this boy's heart? What the fuck?"
I didn't think anyone was going in. All right.
I also love Edgeshot pulling out a bubble that was given to him by Wash, and then running his body through it halfway through the operation. Like, half of him is already in Bakugo, and he's like, oh, I should probably use this bubble that Wash gave me for some fucking reason.
Half of him's already in him, and also that bubble gets dirty
Immediately.
Instantly?
Also, why was Wash like, here, hold on to this bubble? Like, oh, fucking what? I'm gonna pee later and I'm gonna have running water? What's going on?
You gotta be in this boy.
Yeah, because you gotta pop into a boy. Here's this bubble. There's also a shot of Mirko's crotch in this fight. That was real good.
I think I know the one you're talking about, and I remember being like, you know what? That's not even sexualized. She's just, when she's doing a spin kick.
Yeah.
I was like, good for them. It's not that sexualized.
I mean, it was a slow motion shot on Mirko's crotch.
Oh, yeah.
And
I hate that Mirko's like kind of my favorite because I can never.
Welcome to the club, homie.
I can never get a figure, statue, or something of her.
What do you mean?
I'm not you, Nick.
What do you mean?
I'm not you.
What do you mean? Expound on that, please.
I don't want to.
You call me some kind of delinquent?
I don't want a naked bunny girl figure.
Well, I don't have any naked bunny girl figures. I have one naked Mitsuri figure, and I bought it as a joke. How dare you? It's not in here, Danny. It's not on camera. It's very specifically hidden. And sure, she's covered in cum.
You have a Chun-Li boob mouth.
That was sent to me.
You have this whole desk of naked women, and I've seen you at cons be like, I gotta get some stickers.
I do. I love naked anime women.
I know.
I love naked anime women.
I know.
Danny, I love it when I'm at work. I'm sitting at my desk. I'm like halfway between a video, and I just look down and I see a pair of big old anime titties, and I'm like, you know what? After this video, I'm gonna jork one. and it just reminds me that there's joy in life and there's something on the horizon.
Dude, I get so annoyed when I get turned on during work.
Oh yeah.
Because then I'm just like that's why I couldn't have this desk. I mean, this desk doesn't turn me on. You're weird.
What do you mean?
You're a freak.
Why? Why does this? Why? Oh, look it. We got fucking dark magician girl over there in a bikini.
Yeah.
That doesn't do anything for you?
Why is Natsu on here?
It's not all horny stickers. It's just some horny stickers.
You don't even like Natsu.
I've seen 150 episodes of what am I looking for here? Fairy Tale? Yikes. Yikes, bad timing.
Anyway, Nick's whole desk is naked and sometimes holographic anime women. Mm-hmm. I love Mirko. I think she's sick. I genuinely love her design.
You can get a non-horny statue of her. Sure, she's in a unitard, but that's fine.
She's naked and a bunny.
I'll find you right now. Mirko statue. You know what? I actually might buy one, honestly.
She's awesome.
She's great.
She's so cool. I love her design. She's so sick looking.
Mm-hmm. There's tons of non-horny statues.
She's just inherently horny.
She is inherently horny.
Look at her.
God,
she's a big bunny girl.
I want the last thing to be, I see to be a bloodshot image of her thighs as they slowly but surely crush my skull.
Her and who's the girl from Fire Force? Who's
Maki?
also, no, she's also like dark skinned.
Oh, Hibana.
Hibana?
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Haba gaba.
Yeah, if I had to go for anybody, yeah, Hibana's up there. Hibana is up there. Yeah, yeah. We want to do a top 5 hottest women ranked. We want to do a draft right now.
I gotta look her up. We can do a draft.
Listen, if you're going for the trifecta here, you got to watch Bleach because Yoruichi.
Oh, Yoruichi's great.
Yoruichi. If you had to go, ooh, you had to choose. You had to choose one.
Ooh, I got you for 5 minutes.
I got you for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Did your husband make that for you? Yeah, he did. He's crafty and he loves me. And he tells me about how much he loves me every single night. You had to choose right now.
Gone.
Mirko, Yoruichi, Hibana. Who are you choosing? I'll tell you who I'm not choosing.
Who?
Hibana. Hibana's great. Hibana's very sexy. I love her demeanor. I love that she calls everybody trash. Yoruichi and Mirko are just as good as it gets.
Yeah,
it's whether you're a bunny girl or a cat girl. That's the choice, Danny.
I can't fucking get a fucking... Oh, because I typed in Yoruichi Fire Force.
Yeah.
Bleach.
Yoruichi. Bleach. Look up Yoruichi Bleach cat pose.
I know what the pose is.
You know what the pose is. Yeah, you do.
No, she's nowhere near as good as Mirko. No competition.
You know what, Dan? I'm going to have to agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to agree with you. Yoruichi, fire. Fire. But Mirko, just like top 3. Top 3 women in anime.
It helps that Mirko's also just a fucking badass. Like, she's lost all of her limbs, and then she just starts chewing.
She wouldn't want anything to do with me, though.
No.
What would I?
No, nice.
I'd be like, oh, you know what I would be? Oh, you know what I'd be?
What would you be?
You ever seen Serena Williams' husband? He's just this like
Oh.
small little, like he's like a 5'9" white dude who just like is like, I love my wife. I love how strong and powerful my wife is.
Yeah.
He's just a dad. Dude, Serena Williams' husband, that'd be me with Mirko. Oh
He's
my
big.
goodness.
He's way taller than her.
Is he?
Yeah.
I just always assume Serena Williams is like 6'4". Holy shit, he's huge.
He's a huge
Fuck!
guy.
Danny got nothing going for me. I got nothing going for me. She
Wow.
wouldn't want anything to do with me. She wouldn't want anything to do
Hey, King, come on.
with me. Oh.
Brighten up. You're handsome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
At least they got all my limbs.
Yeah, exactly.
Got all my limbs.
Yeah, she's missing all of her limbs.
Yep. She's got one leg.
She's no, she doesn't.
She does?
No.
She got one leg. She has one leg and one
Oh yeah,
robotic
she's a
leg.
3-limb amputee.
Yeah, now she is at least.
Yeah, and she's
Imagine what she can do with those robot hands. All right. That was MHA. Oh,
Was that
also,
everything?
Also, you thought that Mirio was like, oh, you're like, oh, I wish Mirio got all for one or one for all. Useless idiot. Mirio's such a nothing character. Nothing.
What are you talking about?
Well, his entire the only thing he could do against Shigaraki was use his BBL to distract him for 2 seconds.
Yeah, and it was sick.
Shigaraki literally looks at him and is like, you are nothing. You're nothing without anybody else. Without fucking the Chimera and Nejire there, nothing.
I don't get why they nerfed Mirio. I was waiting for him to go into the ground and then pop out and like tackle Shigaraki with the force of a torpedo.
Yeah. Also, like,
What's he doing?
when he's using like his impermeability, he seems like he has to like swim through Shigaraki's hands, which doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
If you can't be touched, you can't be touched.
He's so much stronger than they're making him out to be right now. He's incredibly strong.
Yeah. Like that was his entire thing. He's like, yeah, my core kind of sucks, but like I'm very
Yeah.
physically strong.
Exactly. So that's annoying. I hate that.
Yeah.
But I liked him using his cheeks.
Yeah, like, he got double cheeked
That was
up.
so just like I usually don't like bits like that. Like I hate it when Naruto farted in Kiba's face. This works.
Yeah.
Because I like
Well, because comedy's a big part of who he is,
comedy's a big part of who he is. But then I like what really got me to laugh at it. They show his cheeks, they show Shigaraki, and they show his face, and he's like crying and really scared.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm about to die.
He's like, please work.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like I don't know. It is funny. Like it's a cool moment for him to be like, oh, he doesn't care about me at all. And like Shigaraki being like, oh, you're a distraction. Yeah. Like I understand I can't kill you because you're impermeability, but like you are just a distraction. I don't need to worry about you.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really cool moment. Do you want to talk about... Oh, I do want to talk about Wistoria real quick. Just like super, super quick. I know when I was like, oh, I watched episode 1. It's kind of boring. It's not a great show. It's not going to blow anybody out of the water, but there is an Ygritte, the Blood Red level fight every single episode. Like it doesn't matter what the episode's about. At some point, they'll work in what I assume to be $1 million fight.
Yeah.
And it's just like him using a giant sword to fight like a huge ice monster or something. What's the huge ice Pokemon? The one that's like it's got like a glacier. It's like you know what I'm talking about. You gotta know what I'm talking about. The huge ice Pokemon. Huge.
You're gonna get 1 million.
Oh, I'm aware that people are screaming this at me already. Gotta critique them all. Oh, that's top 6. Avalugg. That's it.
That's what this person said.
Look at these weebs. Look at these nerds. Yes, Avalugg. He literally fights an Avalugg. He cuts an Avalugg in half with like a wire and bombs. It's literally so sick. The story is nothing, Burger. It's just like, oh, everyone's mean to me because I don't have magic, and I'm failing out because I don't have magic. It's Mashal. But the animation is really good. The voice acting is really good, and the characters are likable enough that you can click into the story. Nice. So it is actually kind of a fun watch. I'd give it like a 7.5. Which I think is what it's sitting at my anime list, which is always rating anime too high. Suicide Squad Isekai should not have been a 6.5.
No, it's ridiculous.
It's like a 4. It's awful.
People who like are just fine to have pretty colors happen.
Yeah, that's fair. Which is like kind of what this is, but like it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's just a classic story. All right, let's talk about Elusive Samurai.
Oh my god, yeah.
You want to talk about it?
Sure.
What do you think? Because I have opinions.
Yeah?
What
are your opinions?
It was very funny because this like a big selling point on this anime for me was how gorgeous it is. And then the second they got on horses, I was like, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. They just
It
like
looked
immediately
real
went to
weird.
like berserk level CGI.
It's like Blue Lock.
yeah.
It looks a lot like Blue Lock in terms of CGI. It was a weird. We're talking about the horse like shooting dogs episode.
Yeah, and it was very funny them doing like a breakaway where like the priest is like, oh god, they're gonna think this is animal abuse, but this is just what people did back then.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. This was the first episode where I was like, oh yeah, this I could see how this is the Assassination Classroom guy. Because they're kind of just doing a game, you know? This felt like filler-esque.
I guess, yeah.
And the fact that there's no real like crazy animated sequence like adds to that. And the dude's just like got good eyes.
I hate how he's animated. I hate the bug eye thing.
He ate his eyes pugging out.
Everybody who's good at something is like their feature is like super like pronounced. Like there's like the ears guy, the eye guy. Oh, it makes me so uncomfortable. It was cool. It was just like the realism, like the switch to realism occasion that they do, where they like do like a hyper tight close in on the guy's face, makes me super uncomfortable. You know how earlier I said my dear friend Nokotan is brain rotted?
Yeah.
So is this show.
What?
They're doing. There's always a bit. There's always like it's a 22-minute bit. They're just popping from bit to bit the entire time.
It is weird for such a dark show how many bits they're doing.
Yeah.
They did like what was it? Like a Dragon Ball thing at one point where they were like literally a Dragon Ball parody where they had him in like the Goku wig and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a weird fucking tonal fruit salad going on.
Exactly.
There.
It's like a constant. They're constantly running bits, and they're kind of funny. They are like the bits are very funny. It's just like I'm like, wow, there is a lot going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, they just like it seems as though we're trying to draw my attention to like 7 different places at once, which is like why I'm like, oh, it's brain rotted.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, not a lot to talk about with this specific episode.
But it was fun.
I did think it was funny that you were like, we're talking about episode 4, by the way.
Yeah.
But I think it was funny that you were like, yeah, there's no magic. I mean, the main guy's a god. He's literally the god.
Yeah.
But no magic. No.
I didn't want to spoil anything.
I don't understand if he's a god. Why just fucking do whatever you want?
I don't think he's got that. Like he's not like that god.
I don't know. He made it rain.
Did he though?
Yeah.
I like he like kind of made it rain.
He made it rain, then made it stop.
I can't tell if he's like a bad I can't tell if it was like he like faked it or if he's like actually like a god kind of thing. But like I don't know. He's not like Zeus. He's not gonna like throw down lightning bolts. Like he's just like kind of made it drizzle.
Yeah. I really want to see more. Every time we see the antagonist, it's hype.
Oh yeah.
I want to see more of him.
I want to see him evading again. I just want to see him popping around, being elusive.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing.
Being a little elusive Sam boy.
I like this for all the same reasons I'm starting to like Wistoria. All the characters are really likable. Like they all have individual personalities that are all very different from each other, and like they're all enjoyable.
Yeah. His little retainers.
Oh yeah, his vassals. Can I do my best boy here?
Yeah.
Kelsier.
Yeah.
I like him.
Explain.
You explain.
You explain,
You
coward.
explain.
You explain.
So Danny and me were talking a couple of days ago, and I was like, Danny, I miss books. I don't remember how this came up
is
at all.
not how it started.
I don't remember. That's why I wanted you to explain. I don't remember.
All right, then I'll start with my best boy.
Gotcha.
Because my best boy is...
Vin.
Yes, Vin. Nice.
Your
Look
best
at you.
boy
Look at all this
is-
proof.
What's Jackman? No.
Hugh Jackman.
No, who's the head of the thieves? Who's like, they dress him up as a noble. Fucking Jackman, not Jack. It's something like that.
Not Venture.
No.
Vin, lady.
No, it's a man.
No, I know, but I'm trying to think of her last name that they give her.
McClay? No, I don't remember.
Anyway.
Yeah.
My best boy is Brando Sandokan.
Yeah.
Because Brandon Sanderson, who I
Yes.
brought up before, huge fantasy author, like 100%, other than George R.R. Martin, who hardly counts because he's not writing anything.
Yeah.
Brandon Sanderson is the single like biggest fantasy author currently, and everything's starting to come up Sanderson. He's got like in December, his biggest book ever is dropping. It's gonna be huge.
Like longest or like most hyped?
Most hyped.
Gotcha.
So and it's the most hyped, and like the evidence to that is that he every year for the past 2 years, I think, has a convention called Dragonsteel, where it's just like a convention fully surrounding like his books, and he like spotlights other authors and stuff like that too. This year's convention sold out in minutes. Like the second tickets went on sale.
That's insane.
Because he's dropping this book like at the con. So it's huge. And also he's just got like, he put out like a record-breaking Kickstarter for some books. I think I told you at like shortly after COVID, he was like, you know, I've been thinking, usually in my day-to-day, I have like 70% of my daily time is devoted towards writing books, and then like 10% is devoted towards like cons and signings, and like 20% or 10% is devoted towards like spending time with my family, and another 10 is devoted towards like other appearances.
Yeah.
And with COVID gone, I got 20% of my daily time like back, like refunded to me. And so instead of spending that time with my family or friends, I wrote 5 books in secret.
That's insane.
So I wrote these books and he did like a Kickstarter for them to get like published. And it was like a record-breaking Kickstarter. That's like millions upon millions.
What, you telling me this man doesn't have enough money to get his books published?
It's like I don't know. Well, it's more like
He doesn't have a publishing house that isn't like, oh my God, fucking give me that shit.
they're like self-published for whatever reason. He like
money.
self-published them. Well, for money, yeah. But anyway, huge Kickstarter. Cranks out books like it's nobody's business. I am doing panels at Brando SandoCon.
Yes.
Which is super exciting. And I told Nick, and Nick was like, I want to get in on this Brando Sando hype.
Yes.
And so I sent Nick an audiobook, which you can do if you're an Audible member. You could send people who don't have Audible a free book.
Yeah.
And you've been listening to Mistborn.
I've been listening to Mistborn, The Final Empire,
Yes.
Which was really confusing because the first book is called The Final Empire. And I was like, oh, this is not the first book at all. So I had to Google and I was like, why is it called The Final Empire? So I'm now on chapter 2 of the audiobook and it's very fun.
Yeah, you like it?
It's a lot of like
Bureaucracy.
It's just so much like talk of trade.
Yeah.
It's literally like the first 2 chapters are just like either people trying to like scheme bureaucrats or like bureaucrats just being like, slaves, you know, because there's the ska and the ska aren't people except for the fact that they are. They're just slaves. There's just fantasy racism and fantasy slavery immediately. And I was like, at least we're not dancing around it. At least we're getting directly into it. People are burning tin. They're using luck. There's ash falls. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
I like you just hit me with buzzwords.
Oh yeah, listen, we're gonna circle back.
Yeah.
I got it all, man. I got it all. But I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the ska are gonna be the good guys because they're the slaves, and so they're gonna raise up against the instigators, the infiltrators, the initiators, the obligators. Obligators is what I'm looking for here. Bald guys, eye tattoos. Yeah. It's been a long time since I listened to or read anything. I forgot when listen or read, brain do picture.
Yeah.
Brain do picture. So I haven't brain no do picture in a long time. So
do a little brain movie?
Oh, I'm doing little brain movies. I'm seeing ash falls. I don't really know what Veer looks like in my brain. I got an idea of Kelsier because they explain all like the scars on his arms and all of that.
Oh, Vin?
I don't know what Vin looks like. I'm picturing
Girl.
like Dora the Explorer, but like 5'5", shoulder length hair, cloak, angry.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, so that's Vin in my mind, and I'm enjoying it a lot. So I'm just like I'm listening to it on dog walks when I'm like out and about. I haven't like done it when I'm working out or anything like that. But if I'm driving places or walking the dogs, which is like hours of my day, I'm crushing books.
Nice.
I know.
Mistborn has some of the craziest twists I've ever experienced, and also one of the coolest power systems I've ever seen. And a lot of people, it's funny because I've said that before on the podcast, and people in the comments are like, there's no way like a power system about swallowing metal is like one of the best power systems.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's a hurdle for you, but it's simply sick.
The burning tin thing was cool.
Yeah.
They didn't really explain that he had like eaten tin. I just figured he was like getting primary metals from his foods.
You'll like learn it as it goes.
Yeah. And then one of them's got luck and she can just use luck. And that's it. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay. My flashback is that Danny is healed.
Yes.
Danny.
That was your flashback? I thought you found news.
Nope. Nope, didn't find news. I was like, that's it. Danny's back, as you can see. We weren't here last week because Danny decided 2 weeks ago to go, oh man, I've been traveling a lot and I've been doing great. I didn't get sick at all. And then Danny, like 3 days later, got COVID.
Yeah.
And
all the comments were talking about how I jinxed myself.
Oh, you jinxed yourself so hard. There was wood right there the entire time too.
Why not?
All you
This
have
is
to.
fake wood.
That's metal. That's probably why.
Where's wood?
The top piece is wood.
This?
Yeah.
Is fake wood.
It's plywood.
No.
Yeah.
This is not wood.
It's balsa wood. It's a bunch of like sawdust hyper compressed down together and then laminated.
This is plastic.
No, it's like it's got laminate on top of it, but there's wood in the middle, Dan.
Well, it's got a shield, a jinx shield,
What do you mean?
which is the laminate. I gotta touch wood-ass wood.
There's wood right there too. The cupboards are wood.
These?
Yes,
That's not wood.
it's wood.
I
Danny,
know wood.
Look
That's
in the
not wood.
holes. Danny, how often are you interfacing with raw wood? Like raw wood.
Next time I do something like this, I will go outside and partake in a tree.
Yeah, just kick
Yeah.
a tree.
I will procure a tree.
You're making me procure a tree right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, see what I did there? But yeah, so Danny jinxed himself and he got super, super sick.
That
And
sucks.
then you made a video with a mask on and you sprayed some
Aerosol.
and all that. Yeah. So you feel better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're cured. Mm-hmm. Oh, how many times is that with COVID?
So often.
Yeah.
I have no immune system.
No.
I don't go outside often.
No, you don't.
I don't eat vitamins.
Well, now you do. Now you got your fucking horse pills.
I drink my soy boys.
Yep. Yeah, keep going. Danny, can I say something about you? Because I was going to make it like a joke about how soy was going to get you to grow boobs. You have one of the more concave chests I've ever seen in my entire life.
I could use some boobs.
No. It's not even your pecs. It's just like you have like a sunken.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Sternum.
Yeah, there we go. Sternum. You have a very like. You ever tried eating out of it?
I got that so often growing up.
I have a buddy who genuinely had one so deep he would eat cereal out of it sometimes.
Yeah, it's I have like a little inverted sternum, which
Yep.
sometimes gives the illusion of pecs, which is exciting.
No,
Yeah, it does.
listen. You're a rock climber now, though. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I grip.
Have you gone again?
No.
Yeah, there we go.
I've rock climbed once.
There we go.
I was sick.
I guess. Don't get sick. Simply don't get sick.
I'm trying.
I do it all the time.
I'm trying so hard. What do? Do you have tips?
I like eat. I work out sometimes.
Yeah.
I drink water.
Is that some kind of dance move?
Yeah, that's the Hinakami Kagura of my life. It's
Yeah.
12 steps to not get COVID every 2.5 weeks.
It's tough. I'm sick so often and so frequently. And yeah, my mom is also like chronically dying.
Well, it's probably like because she had cancer. And so like
But
her
even
immune
before
system-
that, she was just chronically like,
Really?
yeah.
You're just dramatic? Have you considered like you guys are just dramatic and you
Yeah,
just get over
I
it?
like thought about getting over it. And
Yeah.
I was like, well, but people don't make me work when I
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's so wild to me. They're like, no, rest. Shut the fuck up. Get the shit done.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to spend more time in your room? Get it done.
Yeah, demand more of me.
Absolutely. Danny wants you guys to demand more of him, actually. He was complaining about you guys being too kind to him.
That's me. Should we do a love letter?
Well, you haven't done your flashback.
You know, if you don't have one, I don't have one.
There's nothing going
There's
on.
nothing happening.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to our favorite section, also known as Love Letters, where me and Danny poll our live audience to ask us a question that we answer here live on the podcast. So if you guys have ever wanted to ask us a question that we answer live or get 2 additional hours of content every single month, go ahead and become a member on either the Patreon or YouTube memberships, and you will not only be able to get the podcast earlier than usual, but you'll also get 2 additional hours of content. Daniel, do we have any questions? Cameron Robinson asks, if you could take one side character from the MHA universe and have them get their own show, who would you choose and why?
Probably Mirio. I'm such a Mirio supporter.
Yep.
I think right now the show's doing him real dirty.
Yeah.
He's way stronger than the show is like currently claiming he is. And he's just like the superhero version of Rock Lee. Kinda.
Because he has to train to get strong and figure out his quirk and all that?
Yeah, because his quirk sucks. And it's like he's what makes the quirk good.
Yeah.
I'll never forgive my hero for giving him his quirk back. I really wish he lost it and was just like, you know what? I'm still going to be the best hero.
Yeah.
And just became fucking sick.
Yeah, it's a little thing known in MHA as no consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing ever has consequences whatsoever. It'll be fixed in. I mean, Mirio, objectively, that took a long time to be corrected, but that's just because he's not one of the main characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Mirio's a good choice. If I could go another way, I would vote Mirko. I would love not
Oh,
only
gee, I wonder why.
I would not only love to see Mirko on the screen more often, but also just like her demeanor in battles and like to see how she rose through the ranks to become one of the highest ranked heroes in all of herodom. Like, she doesn't have a personality that necessarily plays well to the audiences. So you know that for her to raise that high is just like based sheerly off the fact that she's been running villains' fades.
Yeah.
So I would love to see like an absolutely like maniacal Mirko just cutting through like villain A, B, and C. That'd be sick.
That's so fair. We just talked about how she's like maybe one of the best characters in the show.
Yeah.
I love her. I also love her demeanor.
Yeah.
I love how she's like a Bakugo who doesn't suck.
Yeah.
Like she's just looking for a scrap. She's so relentless. She's awesome. Good call.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got this week. Thank you so much for checking in with us. We appreciate you hanging out and watching another episode of Otakus Anonymous. I've been NC Hammer 23, also known as the Weeb Commander, also known as the key stakeholder on Anime IRL. And if you guys are watching this podcast, please go follow Anime IRL. We're just about to drop what is going to be probably our best ever video in Weeb's Got Talent, where we invited 6 or 7 weebs to show us their very specific talents, most of which were very impressive. And so you get to see me, Steven, and Chris be the judges on these talents, which was a lot of fun. And then Danny conducted interviews with all of our weebs, so he got to talk some shit about me to some of the contestants. And yeah, it's a really good video. So please go ahead and watch that for us. It means the world. It's probably the most effort we've ever put into a video for Anime IRL. Very expensive, and therefore we'd like to do it We'd like for it to do very well. I'm falling apart at the fucking seams here. Danny, who have you been?
I'm Danny Motta. I will be at Colossal Con, Texas in 2 weeks.
Oh my God, it's that soon.
I know.
That's when the wedding is, yeah.
Come see me, please. It'll be very fun. I have to select 2 high dive anime to watch.
Oshinoko.
We'll see. I've already watched that. I've reacted to Oshinoko.
You've reacted?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like the whole season?
Like first few episodes.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I dropped it. I got so bored.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it do well?
Episode 1 did. Second video and third video didn't.
Okay. And no one's in your comments being like, bring back Oshinoko.
Every now and then there's like one single guy, but not like the banana fish people.
Okay.
So I think I might do Land of the Lustrous.
Okay.
Which is one of them. People are really into that.
There's Helk as well.
Helk? What is Helk?
I don't really know. I've only ever seen like High Dive promotes the hell out of it. But
there's that vampire one you like. Shadow and Eminence or whatever?
Oh, no. Wait, what? No.
Eminence and Shadow?
Eminence and Shadow is an isekai. Vampire. Eminence and Shadow is fun if you want like a harem isekai nonsense show. Vampire anime High Dive. It's called Call of the Night.
Yeah.
Oh, you should watch Call of the Night. Bucks.
Yeah.
I want season 2 so badly.
I'll like briefly skim first episodes and see. Yeah, is it a good one?
Do Call of the Night.
I might do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, come see me. Or follow me on YouTube at Danny Motta, or TikTok at Danny Motta, or Instagram at dmott with 3 T's.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Bye, guys.
Bye.
And now for my next number, I'd like to